Somppi. To my left, we've got Dan. We've got Riccio in the back with Kumar.
Hey.
And it's a wonderful day.
How's it going, everyone?
You have to put everything in.
I don't have to put. I have to put everything in because it's
Yes.
episode 69.
Everything has to go in.
Everything is going in. You guys ready to talk about video games?
It's my bither.
It's your bither.
Actually, today when you hear this.
Actually, by the time you hear this, yeah.
It's-
it will
it
be
will-
your
Well, no,
birthday.
Bither is any day, but not your actual birthday.
Oh, so it's my birthday.
So it'll be
Yeah.
your birthday on, when is it, Devin?
June 13th.
When we are recording this right now, it's your Bither.
It's my
It's your
bither.
bither.
But tomorrow it will be your birthday.
June 13th,
Are you
2013.
excited? Are you excited, Sompy?
Yeah.
How old are you turning, Devin?
I'm turning 23.
Perfect.
Jeez.
You know what that means, right, guys?
The big 2-3.
The big 2-3.
Means I'm legal.
I don't know.
You've been legal for
I
like
don't know
2
about that.
years, Devin.
So you guys ready to talk about video games on the episode 69?
Let's do this.
Yeah.
We made it, guys. We made it to 69.
We made it to 69, you guys.
I need to leave.
I just think
Why do you have to leave, Dan?
This is making me uncomfortable.
We have to talk about video games.
So let's go get it in.
We
in tribute to episode 69.
69's got to go both ways with this. You got to talk about video games and entertainment.
So I feel like I need to treat myself to a game.
What are you going to treat yourself to, Devin?
Excuse me, does that say Need for Speed Heroes?
Yes.
Oh, it's Need for Speed Most Wanted Heroes. It's
Yes.
DLC. Okay.
I don't know. Right now I'm looking at the Mass Effect trilogy for
Really?
PC.
But have you already played those games?
Yes.
Then you probably should
Maybe I'll get Metro Last Light.
You should probably get Metro Last Light, Devin.
It's probably a good one. Good one to treat yourself to.
It would
But
be
I
good.
So what have you guys been playing this week?
I need to finish Remember Me.
Remember Me is a super swell game, you guys.
I hate those. What are they called? Leapers or lepers or whatever the hell. Those
That's
things are?
really weird. They're not losing limbs,
Have you
Devin.
seen the movie Looper?
I've not
No,
seen
but
it.
okay, no. What?
Looper's a really good movie.
That is a good
Okay.
movie. But what are those guys called? Rachel.
Leapers.
They're leapers.
Are you gonna keep that
I
voice
really
up the
think
whole
so.
thing?
Should I try to?
Yeah.
Episode 69, just have it all
Yeah,
sexual.
69.
I think both myself and Dan should get out of here. Then.
Welcome.
To episode 69.
Welcome. So, Devin, how far did you get in Remember Me?
I am exactly 33%.
That Metal Gear voice isn't sexy.
Rachel.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Episode 69.
69.
Would you say that do you remember what chapter you got to, Devin?
No, I checked the percentages against how much time I've played.
Okay.
So I'm like 33% and 3 hours in. So
Okay.
not bad.
Yeah, everybody before I picked that up was telling me that it's about 5 or 6 hours long, but
No,
it took me about 8.
yeah, it's gonna be 8 for me, I think. Those
You know, like
those leapers, the leapers that go invisible.
they just jump on you and they
I
just
fucking
grasp
hate
you.
those things.
They're just grasping you all the time.
No,
you
I
can't
don't
see
like
them
it.
sometimes.
As well, I find the screen gets really cluttered sometimes, which
Really
bothers the
cluttered?
shit out of me.
What do you
There's
mean
a bunch
really?
of stuff
Like
going on the
UI
screen.
or
Well,
people?
like okay, so the UI whenever you're doing a combo, it tells you what combo you're doing,
Okay,
and
yeah.
you have all those circles down at the bottom.
Yeah?
Well, it draws your eye in, but with the combo system, you have to actually be watching your character and press the button as soon as your next punch, like as your
Okay.
punch lands, you have to click it.
While
get
looking at the exclamation points on top of your head.
Yeah,
right?
so it's like you've got to watch the exclamation points for
Okay.
when people are hitting you. You have to watch your kind of like combo meter to see if you're doing the right one, and then you also have to watch your character at the same time to chain your combos together and stuff. It's I don't know.
Now,
I just find when you've got like more than 3 enemies on the screen, it just turns into a clusterfuck of information, and it bothers the shit out of me.
Now, what if I told you later on in the game that you get about 7 special abilities that you have to keep monitoring their cooldowns and use them at the proper time?
Well, that's what I've been doing now with the 3 that I've got.
I really want to keep this voice the entire time, you guys.
All right, well, I guess I'll talk. Or do I want to do my announcer voice?
Oh, you can do whatever voice you
Anything
want.
but the
Devin.
one you were just about to do. It's probably gonna be okay.
This episode's going to be a real good one, everybody.
What did you get me for my birthday?
Devin, do you remember me?
I remember you.
Oh, remember you later? No, what are they saying?
Yeah, it's remember you later.
You broke character. You fucked up.
No, I was using the in-game
now
character
it's not
voice.
allowed.
Remember
But hold
me
on.
later.
So you said you got about to chapter 3 or something?
I don't know what chapter I'm on. I'm about 33% through.
That game gets really good, you guys. It becomes pretty much a movie. It's like you're playing a movie the entire
Yeah.
time. It actually becomes very movie-like.
The only other complaint I've got is they build this really incredible world,
Oh.
but you're stuck in an incredibly linear path.
It was like
You get real stuck in those tight levels. It's you can't
Uh-huh.
even...
The subway.
You think there's lefts and right, but there's only left or straight. You can't go where you want to go.
The subway's really annoying.
You reach a
It's gonna
wall.
be full of random
You just-
situations all over the
You
place.
just climb right up that pole, and then you just realize you get to the top.
Sometimes
It's
you
like-
have to fall.
It's the rooftops, but there's only one way to go.
But you have to grip it to the left, and you have to shimmy. It's a lot of
Actually,
shimmying.
every time your grip does get better in that
Kumar,
game.
what have you been playing this week?
No, but Remember Me is really good. I really suggest
Yeah.
everyone go check it out.
I remember Mew.
I maybe wouldn't buy it for full price, maybe, but if you can get it
got
for cheap somehow.
$24 on
Remember
release.
Me is real good.
Richard's been
Yeah.
hacking Sompy's been hacking games in general.
No,
like getting them for cheaper.
Zombie, you've been hacking games. Why are you hacking games, Zombie?
I actually have hacked my FTL.
How did you hack your? What did you do to your FTL?
I
Zombie?
added somebody else's archives and then a whole bunch of mods.
What kind of mods did you add, Zombie?
I got that like N7 one that Kumar sent.
That was really cool.
I
Huh?
want you to know that you don't have to change yourself, Zombie. If you can just play the regular stuff, everybody else. Oh my God! Windows 8.
You fucked up.
You fucked up.
I had Windows 8 open.
Was that a notification? What
That's
was
a
that?
notification. I got an email, you guys.
Oh God! What? Read it to us.
I don't want to.
Read it to us slowly.
So
Apparently
Zombie, you were
something's
saying-
on
I'm seeing complaints from the chat. You guys have to stop now.
So you modded FTL
Yep.
and
It's fun. I like it. I've been really into.
what else did you change other than just the ship?
I got a TIE fighter.
Okay, that's
That's
awesome.
Does
Really?
it have a
It's
pilot seat and like,
is like-
fucking nothing else?
It is fucking 3 rooms.
Is a TIE fighter a ship
It's
that
got-
ties people down?
It's got the center one, and then it's got like shielded missiles on the side, and that's it.
Shouldn't have shields. That's historically inaccurate.
Was there anything else involved in
It's not
the,
canon.
in your modding endeavors? Did you do anything
TIE
else?
fighters don't have shields.
No, I started changing people's names around randomly, like halfway through the mission when I would get them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why didn't it have 2 engine rooms? That's what TIE stands for. Twin ion engine.
I renamed you to
I
fuck.
thought it was a ship with ropes, and strings.
Do you like that nickname, Dan?
Shoot knots.
Twin ion engine.
I renamed you
Twi
to
fighter?
fuck stick.
Do you not know how acronyms work?
Say it again, but slowly.
Twin
Slower.
ion.
Oh, right,
The word
I
slower.
s- The W having 2 of them
Said
made it
it
really hard for me to
slower.
understand.
It's okay, Dan. I understand.
Dan, say it slower.
My
I
bad.
understand the first time.
Slowly.
I'm so sorry, Dad.
Slower.
I didn't mean to mess that up. It wasn't my fault. I didn't
Hey,
mean
Riccio,
to
why
make
don't you
that
talk
mess.
about State of Decay?
Whoa, Dan. So I'll tell you one thing, you guys. That State of Decay, real good. I played it for a lot of hours. I was starting to get tired. My hands were getting a little sweaty from some of the intense moments. Still really good.
This joke is really long.
It's not a joke.
It's real life.
It's my voice now.
Oh my god.
I'm surprised you
I'm a
managed
porn
to
star. No.
Sompy,
No.
have you played anything else other than FTL?
Not really. I did some awesome knots again. Oh, I picked up BioShock Infinite again today and played.
Again?
You bought it again. I bought it again. It's fine.
No.
Started.
I played like 40 minutes of it and then went, oh fuck, god damn it, I have to work, and went back to work. It's not bad.
I thought you bought it on a console first or something and then switched over.
No, I got it on PC. I was debating between that and Heart of the Swarm, and I
Ooh.
should have gone with Heart of the Swarm. I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, for what? Oh, yeah, Bioshock for that?
Campaign.
Just for campaign.
Yeah.
Heart of Swarm campaign was real good.
It was really good.
Yeah.
There's
You know
filled
what?
with so much love, passion, and so much creep.
Did you say I'm going to buy it right now?
Maybe.
So how far?
Mayor-
How far? Did you,
Unconfirmed reports that Devin is now on us.blizzard.com/store.
and
You will have probably bought the game by the end of the cast.
report confirmed. What? So wait, you played Bioshock. How far did you? How much more did you play for it?
I played about another 40 minutes.
Is that
I
all?
didn't- That's really about it. Like I didn't get too much
He's
further.
What-
from
hold
where
on.
he has talked about. He's about a couple hours from now.
I'm a
But
couple,
wait. How? What made you stop after those 40 minutes?
I had to go back to work.
Oh, you had to go back to work.
Yeah, it was like I was playing it on my lunch break while I
Mm.
made a really good mac and cheese for lunch.
Oh.
And that was real good, homemade.
I
None
thought
of
you
this-
just like took the box and just kind of
No. I legit made my own like cheese sauce,
Sweet dude.
like out of a roux, and I used 4 different types of cheese, and it was phenomenal. And I added bacon into it. It was real good.
Wait, we still talking about Bioshock? No.
And so I
Modded it, everything in bacon.
instead of salts is now bacon.
Bacon figures.
Bacon. Oh man,
Bacon fingers would be really good.
I said figures.
Yeah, I know, but bacon fingers will be real good
why do they faint?
Just chicken fingers wrapped in bacon.
because they're great. you
Okay,
guys.
one place I didn't realize had amazing chicken fingers is Baton Rouge.
Oh,
It's called real good chicken fingers.
the red stick.
The red stick.
They have like a
Doesn't
potato
translate so
soup
well.
type thing.
Yeah,
It's really good.
yeah. I went there on Monday to celebrate my bither early.
Well, no, you're celebrating your bither.
Yeah, yes. I was
But you
celebrating
were
my
celebrating your birthday
yeah,
early.
I was celebrating my Monday bither, which was celebrating my birthday early, as you said.
Okay.
Yeah, it was wonderful. It was good. I definitely recommend it. I want to go back because
Do you also recommend Bioshock Infinite?
not really, to be honest with
Okay.
you. It was good for the first like 4 hours I played of it, and then I just kind of lost all ability to finish that game.
Okay.
Is it just because of interest? You just
Yeah, like
not-
I don't know, like the combat's really. I know you're supposed to diversify it with different vigors and stuff, and it's probably
Actually, you're kind of not.
really because like
The way the upgrades and stuff pan out by the end of the game is that you've only focused on like 2 or 3.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I use the shock one and I use the possess one. That's it.
Yeah, I played the whole game using
And
shock and murder of crows. That's
Okay,
it.
and all I use either sniper rifle paired with like a revolver or the carbine paired with an RPG.
Yeah, there's
That's
not
it.
enough money in the game to upgrade everything.
No, and so I find it really bothersome when like yeah the story's really interesting and I like the characters that are into it, but when I walk into a new area and it's larger than everything else, I'm like, okay, there's gonna be guys coming out of this door, and this door. All right, so I just like walk in the room, set up 2 traps, and there's nothing. It takes me no time to kill everyone. I'm just rolling through it. So I don't know. It's not bad. I don't dislike the game. It's just I don't know.
You don't like it either.
It's yeah. I'm kind of like indifferent to it.
Okay.
The first 4 hours, phenomenal. I really enjoyed it, and I'm
Honestly, since you're so close to the ending, you should just power through and see the ending.
yeah, I really should.
Dan, you said the ending makes it worthwhile, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
for sure.
All right, maybe I'll do that on the weekend. See if I
Do,
can power
do this, Devin. I want you to keep go to like Green Man or something and just get Metro Last Light just in the cart. And then look at the 15 minutes and then be like, I have to beat this. I have to beat Bioshock in 15 minutes to be able to hit
15
checkout.
minutes. If I did some fucking like crazy thing and actually like turned out it was 15 minutes away from the
You
end.
just turn Bioshock down to easy.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
roll through it.
Yeah,
Just
that's
go.
true. I should just turn it down to easy and just roll through it.
And if you don't beat in the 15 minutes,
I'm
just
playing
restart
it-
that countdown and keep doing it until
I'm
you beat
playing it
and
on
then
hard
bio-
right now.
last
You can
one.
never lose.
Just turn it down. To
Like here's the
fucking
thing is I'm
easy.
playing it on hard and I'm not being challenged enough to like I'm not
Those
dying.
that 2 hours turns very quickly into like just over an hour if you knock it down to easy. Because there's a lot.
Did you knock it
of-
down to
there's-
easy?
No, I played on normal the whole time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But like
Like I'm playing like I said I'm playing it on hard and I'm still rolling through groups of guys. It just takes me a little bit
yeah,
of
but
time.
on easy it's like pistol, guy's dead. Like it's not. And there's a lot of combat in the last section.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
that last part of the game gets really combat heavy.
And there's a fail state
Oh,
at
really?
the very end.
Oh.
So you can fail that and keep retrying the same like long
Okay.
section over and over. It's just
All right.
knock it down to easy, finish it, and enjoy
All
it.
right. Yeah, I definitely should.
You,
I don't know,
you
I
can,
just-
you can text the group chat, but not involving Kumar because he hasn't played it yet, and just talk to us about it when you finish it.
All right,
assists.
sounds good. Sounds good. I don't know. Like I said, like it's the combat's solid. It just find it to be very repetitive. You know, throw down 3 traps, shoot 2 guys in the head, wait for a heavy dude to come out, shoot him, problem solved.
Yeah.
That's
You're a killing machine, though, Sompy.
yeah. At the same time, I also like to feel like I'm being challenged. Like the only time I feel overwhelmed is when I'm legitimately overwhelmed by like 7 guys running up, one of them with like RPG in front of me. Like that's the only time I've died.
I think the only time I died was when you're randomly fighting. It's like, oh, by the way, here's a henchman. You're like, oh, god damn it.
Yeah,
Or was
okay.
it Handyman?
Handyman.
Handyman. Those are the one guys I don't like out of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like those are the one character that like when I hear them and I'm just like, oh.
It's like a bullet sponge. Just like
Fuck.
you shoot into it for a pretty long time to
Well,
get them
and,
to
like,
go down.
It takes like 10 sniper shots to the heart for it to die.
I forget what I ended up doing. I think the bull charge thing gives you your shield back.
Yeah.
So I ended up playing just like a vanguard when those guys were fighting. So you just like charge into them, shoot, charge into them, shoot, charge into them, shoot. It was really boring every time you had to fight them, but it worked.
Well, the thing I ended up doing was the one that I remember specifically was in like the Fink area where you have all the jump parts.
Yeah.
Like you're outside the club where that one pops up.
Yeah.
I ended up just like hanging off of one of the hanging things, scoped in, shoot him in the heart, jump to the next one. Like scope in, and just like I hopped around the map, and he couldn't hit me. And every time he threw something, I would jump to the next one.
Okay.
So like it took me 15 minutes for me to kill him, but I didn't get hurt once.
Yeah, and that's why you should knock it down to easy. So you just roll through those encounters. It'll take you like an hour to finish the game.
Yeah,
I'd recommend it. It's really worth seeing the end, Devin. So
Yeah,
I would do that.
I think the reason why I'm not enjoying the game so much is because I am playing on hard.
Do you care about the story at all?
Yeah, I do. I really like the
alright.
story. That's why I keep going back to it. If I didn't like the story, I wouldn't be coming back to it. And I find the characters to be really immersive, and I want to know what happens with those two twins who keep appearing. And I want to know where they fit into this as well.
Yo,
So-
spoiler alert.
Well, do you remember at the start of the game whenever you find Elizabeth and there's like a plant in her room?
Yeah.
Well, I can't believe at the end they actually tie that to being Plants versus Zombies whenever it ends. It was
God.
crazy.
Irrational
She's
game.
just like, she turned around, she peeled her face off, and she's like, brains. And then you pulled your face off, and you're like that dude with the frying pan, just like, buy my shit. And then, and then just like credits. You're just like, what the fuck did I just play? And then it changes from like 2K games to like
Yeah.
EA, and you're like, it's crazy. Bioshock's still
2K.
coming. No.
Yeah. That's kind of all I've really been playing was those 3 games. And Awesome Knots every once in a while. But
Okay.
I talked the shit out of that.
I've brought a list.
You brought a list.
A list of stuff that you played?
Can I read it off, Dan?
That's delicious.
Can I
Yes.
be your
They
announcer?
are in order of most played. To
Oh,
least played.
I played that
Ooh.
one too.
Okay.
Yeah, well, we all
And I
played
play.
that one.
Oh, the other thing I've been playing like a crazy amount of has been Wipeout 2048.
Okay.
It's fucking a really good game.
Don't ever even think of touching the multiplayer. It
That's
will
what
make
you
you
want me
cry
to.
at how bad it is.
I mean, it was pretty saddening.
Okay. All right. You ready?
Roll them
Dan?
off.
Let's do this.
Do
man.
'em.
Start at the bottom, actually.
Start at the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Here comes the announcer voice. Uncharted Golden Abyss.
Yeah.
How long did you play?
Like an hour.
Yeah, same.
Not too much.
How? What chapter are you at?
24 or something.
There's 34 of them. So.
I-
Okay.
I
all
just got into the thingies where you play like a chess game of like, hey, you can only have these people. The dude with the hands, the dude with the snake, the dude with the chest. I'm a little bit past that. I don't know if you've passed that
Okay.
day.
That whole game just kind of like blurs
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
It's so, like you turn like a corner. It's like, here's next chapter. Enjoy that. I was like, what the fuck? What was the last part?
It's
I
because
just-
they separate it by like,
yeah.
enemy encounters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, like I'm on chapter 11 in that game, and as you guys know, I spent about 5 minutes shooting a dead dude in the head because I didn't realize he was dead. I said,
How did you
guys,
not realize
He
was-
posed
Okay.
no threat to you, Devin.
Did you see that picture, Kumar?
Yeah.
Okay, you saw how his head was just like angled, like
Yeah, but
you-
if he wasn't moving, why would you have used another 9 bullets? It
Because
doesn't make any sense.
I didn't fucking realize that he was dead because he like it looked like he shifted, and I thought it was the animation for like the guy like about to pop up.
You thought he
And if
just glitched into eternal
yeah,
life?
and if you keep on like shooting, like here's the thing: is like I was using a pistol from really far away, so I didn't realize I was actually hitting his head. I thought it was hitting the cover in front of him. So I just unloaded a clip. Okay, loaded another one, unloaded it. And then I realized he wasn't moving, so I walked up and it's like him bent broken over the ledge.
His animation must have for sure glitched really, really hard.
Yeah, so it's not bad. I like it.
How
I'm
far are you?
sinking into this couch. Oh my god.
Chapter 11.
Oh, right, you just said
Yeah, I just got it. So, all right.
I have just gotten to the second turret encounter.
Okay.
Oh, that's literally where I'm at too. I think where
Maybe I'm on the
you
third
turn a
one
corner
then.
and he's like, "Oh, we should take it down." or
Yeah,
something.
okay, maybe I'm on the third one then.
Okay.
I don't remember the first one then.
The first one, I would say, the first one is the bridge.
Oh, the bridge. Okay, no. Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally forgot about the bridge.
Okay, then I'm on the second one.
Then I'm on the third one.
Okay,
All right. You ready for the next one?
go for it.
Yeah, we all have something to say about this one.
Blaze Blue.
You said it wrong.
It's Blaze Blue?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off.
Blaze
Blaze Blue.
Blaze Blue. Continuum Shift Extend.
Continuum Shift Extend.
I spent 30 minutes doing one combo. I did it. Turned it off for the rest of the week.
did it go back?
No, I've been playing a lot of other shit. But what have you guys?
That's just something I've been playing the like level 100 Abyss mode over and over again. I'm
Really?
not sure why.
Oh, really? I'm no good at that game, so.
I tried to play the story, and that's
Story's
first
so
cutscene is
terrible.
like 30-40 minutes.
I played
So
the crazy the story mode with every character is just crazy text written. It's unreal.
Well, like,
that's fine. I'm sure the story of this is crazy, but apparently they're making an anime of it. So
okay, so you just watch the anime and then play
maybe
the
I
game.
will do that.
Yeah.
I played the tutorial on it, and I actually read the text, and I was like, "This is insulting to me. Fuck you! I don't want to play this game."
So yeah, you can block because you'd never do, you silly imbecile. And you're like, oh, okay, fine.
Yeah, all right, fine.
This
Thanks
tutorial
for the
will
heads up.
stay at 3%.
I'll have you know I rock at this game though.
All right, so next one, State of Decay.
Oh,
I have had a considerably worse time with that game.
really?
Than
I don't even
no,
know.
not,
okay,
not
oh.
not like a bad time playing it, but
Yeah.
like the situation in my version of the game world.
Should we explain what it is
dire.
first?
Yeah, like because
But wait a
you guys
second.
were.
Did all three of you guys get it?
No, see,
No,
here's
it's
the thing.
just me and Riccio.
I don't even
Okay.
know what the fuck this game is. So please explain it to me.
It's so. Have you ever played Bubble Bobble?
That's not.
Well, it's not fucking like that.
Bubble.
But don't bust the move.
It's Nimblequest 3D is really what
Yeah.
it is.
Oh, okay. Wonderful.
So go ahead, Dan. Try if you try. If you try to explain.
If you try to
Go
explain
for it.
It is zombie Animal Crossing. is what it
Simulator.
is.
Yeah.
Yo,
I'm interested.
that
Explain.
sounds okay. You've
So
piqued my interest.
So you just start as a survivor with a buddy, and you kind of like gather up more people, and eventually start a home base. But you have to like manage all your resources and everything in that home base. You have to go out on scavenging missions, and it's a persistent world that actually like stuff happens in it over time. Like people right now, as I'm speaking, are probably fucking dying in my game.
Yeah, I haven't actually
That
logged
is
in.
Even,
or
even
signed
though
in.
the game is off, stuff happens while you are not playing.
So,
How do they tell you about it all though?
What
It's
happens-
Just next time you log in, you just
Yeah, pretty much.
what
Okay.
happens is 1 hour of real time is 12 hours of in-game time,
Okay.
and you need to have resources for each day of in-game time. So whenever you have the game powered off,
Did you know
for
you
the
can look
first-
up exactly how much you need?
Yep.
It's like 7 food,
Yeah.
2 ammo.
Yeah.
Was it like 4 medicine
So
and 1?
it changes depending on how many people you have and where you're at.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
When you turn the game off, it keeps going, but it'll only keep going at normal speed for the first 14 hours. So 14 hours is going to be 7 days, so it's a week of in-game time.
Yeah.
And then once you hit the 14 hours, then it significantly slows down because they know that a lot of people have like jobs and have stuff to do and they can't log in or play the game every night. So so for every 14 hours, it'll spend a week's worth of resources and then kind of slow down. So you have to, before you quit the game, whenever you do play, you have to make sure that you've amassed enough resources to last you while you don't play.
What happens if you don't?
People will either get sick or go missing and die, or just die,
Or get killed?
or get killed because they'll go out and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go get resources," and then they die.
Yep.
So
That is terrible.
yeah.
Is there a Tom Nook in it?
No.
Break your.
Tom Nook is the zombies.
No.
Oh,
But
pay your rent.
what's crazy is that it does have permadeath, and whenever your character dies, and your character can level
So,
up.
yeah,
and like,
so you start the game with 1 playable character,
Yeah.
and within a couple missions,
Marcus.
earn a second
Yeah.
Maya. So
All right.
you start as Marcus, then you earn Maya through
Yeah.
a mission shortly after you start the game. Riccio still has.
yeah,
his
I
playable
love the first main 3 first characters that you meet are still
Well,
alive for me.
the second person that you start the game with becomes playable
Yeah.
eventually. But Marcus in my game, the like main character, the one that actually has a story and stuff, he fucking died.
Nice.
Because I was out like exploring for stuff and like fucking 800 zombies attacked me and like yeah.
So I haven't actually died yet. I heard like he gets ripped apart. Like it's not
Yeah.
nice to look
they
at. Like
rip him into pieces.
wow.
That is fucking
Jeez.
terrifying.
And so then it just warps you back to your other playable character. So I only have 1 playable character right now. But then you say that Ed, his buddy,
Yeah.
eventually becomes playable when you
Yeah.
fix him up.
Well,
Except my story seemed to go on hold for a little while because Marcus was dead, so I wasn't sure if the whole game was fucking busted
no.
because the main character had died. But the game just keeps going. I eventually got those missions to like.
That's pretty awesome.
So what's crazy is apparently when you get to like once you've done the tutorial, which is about an hour long, you get to kind of hold out at a church.
Yeah.
Every one of those characters becomes a playable character if you do enough things to make them happy. In fact, I think even Lily, which is one of the main characters who has like it's the most story-driven character, at least for the start.
well, yeah,
I think
'cause
you can
she's
also
over the radio and stuff.
Yeah.
So
So I think you can also play as her and everything. Like it's kind of
wow,
It's intense that
is
you can
her
play
version
as-
just a real-time strategy game.
no. It's an
No,
actual
I know, I
yeah.
know.
But what's cool is that every character you play as levels up. Like if you run around, your cardio goes up, and then you have more stamina.
It's kind of got that Skyrim feel of like
yeah. The more you work at something,
do a certain thing, the more it'll level up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there is a reason to actually like, hey, there's one zombie sitting over there.
Shoot him in the head.
I'm gonna go kill it. Yeah. Well, you can stealth kill it. which improves your like wits or something
Well,
like that.
wits is whenever you go through and search stuff because it'll increase your ability to find things.
What's the one that the stealth kill improves then?
I think it's just fighting.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I thought there was a weird.
So I know there's cardio, fighting, then whatever weapon you have, wits, and
Well, yeah, there's a basic shooting skill, but then
Yeah,
you can
shooting, yeah.
specialize into
Yeah.
a specific type of gun.
yeah. And what's cool is that whenever you specialize, then your specialization gets more experience, and once you get experience on that, you can unlock special attacks, special dodges, a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. Like the game has so much stuff built into it, but what's crazy is you can build up a character and then have it die, and then it's just gone.
Is it an always online game?
It's not online, but it's like it's single player only, but it's always doing stuff. It's like
It's probably using the system's internal clock.
yeah. But that game is so insane. It's a huge
It's
open
a third person action game,
Yeah.
basically.
and it's open world. But what's cool is what I like a little bit more about that game compared to like something like DayZ or maybe WarZ had a lot of stuff you could search in, but it's an open world game and it's also downloadable. It's only $20 on Xbox Live, and every
$20
house
actually seems like a lot on Xbox.
yeah, but for what it does a lot of stuff. But it's
Yeah.
a huge open world, and every building you see you can like go in, which I find really crazy. There's a little few things like there's motorhomes that you can't go in, but that's because like the model and your character can't really go into that, and so that makes sense. But every storage place, every house, every like industry type building, every tower, like there's so much shit or
And
farmhouse,
there could
anything.
be stuff to loot in it. There could not be.
Yeah,
Have they determined if that's randomized yet, or if it's set places for everything?
I think it's random whenever you search it. Except for I've had times where I've quit out, but it didn't save, and I go back to that same building. It's the same stuff. But then some people, whenever they play, they'll tell you to go somewhere, but then it won't be there. So it might be like randomly generated, but it's like a seed. Like,
okay.
so everything's already pre-planned for you. You just don't know what's there.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah.
Interesting. It's a definitely a neat take on zombie game.
But it's insane. So I don't know how much I've actually played. I don't know if
I
an
feel like
hour.
that this
I played
type of
11
game
hours.
is what the zombie games are like. Have always been trying to work towards this kind of like real time
Yeah.
survive. Like the game is enjoyable to play. It has a couple frame rate issues, but that's
Yeah.
not really a big deal. It runs at like 24, 22-ish.
Oh
Yeah.
God, no, I don't want to play it.
Well,
What's
I'm
funny
joking.
is the
PC at least.
the texture popping can be kind of funny sometimes. It's not really that bad, but then there was this one time where I was driving
You
and
kind of forgive it because it's so open world.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
You can go inside everything.
but it did it's something that I haven't seen in a while where I was driving and then I was like, hey, isn't this where the town is supposed to be? And then I kind of collided in something that didn't exist and my guy just went like barreling out of the car. And it was like, oh, there's a fence, there's a building, there's another thing you crashed into. By the way, zombies are spawning in now. I'm like, oh fuck. But that's
You
only
drove in
because
too fast. It didn't give it enough time to load.
yeah, 'cause there's like a Dodge Charger type car that just like when it hits max speed is going faster than shit can load in. So that's like the one thing you should not go at full speed. But it's pretty funny. That game is awesome.
That sounds pretty.
It so evokes that feel of like I am enjoying the gameplay and stuff of this game, but I feel shitty participating in this zombie apocalypse because
Oh,
everything
okay.
is, especially since one of my characters is dead.
Yeah.
and I'm like running out of ammo and like melee weapons and stuff.
So you're just
I'm like kind of barely hanging on with like my last character.
Yeah.
It feels crappy. Like the zombie apocalypse sucks.
So
It's not all happen. It's not roses and killing people.
Yeah.
So let's do everything we can to avoid it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But just to mention, once you do actually lose all playable characters, it doesn't just end the game. It just spawns in like a new person. Like, hey, you're this person now.
Oh,
But it's like
really?
another like not leveled up character that you just go on with.
And
Oh,
you
okay.
seem to care about Ed for some reason.
Yeah.
Do all these all the zombies and everything that you have to fight throughout the course of all this? Do they scale with your character?
Well, it's kind of not really.
No, they don't scale.
Like-
But you do get introduced new special infected, and they're pretty much.
But if you run into one of those early, they will just fucking kill you,
Yeah.
like what happened to me. So,
Oh, you just got the shitty luck of the draw.
Yeah.
well, yeah, there's like basically a hunter from Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
okay.
What are they called? I don't even know. what
Actually,
they're
no,
called.
those are the leapers.
So whatever you guys were talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell
I
that-
think
yeah.
they're lepers, man.
Maybe, and that actually might be true with the way they look.
Yeah, I think they're lepers.
Anyways,
Well, they're both leapers. You know what? It could be. I played those
Yeah,
two
that's
games
true.
back to back, so I have no idea.
Fair enough.
But yeah, it's like a hunter, and in Left 4 Dead, whenever you get pounced, you can't get off. In this
Yeah.
one, you can, but it's like half to like 3/4 of your health bar, depending on how much your health is and cardio and all that stuff. So
Oof.
yeah, it is.
Look
It
at
is.
Mathieu.
It has RPG elements,
Yeah.
so it's like you can break free faster if you're higher level at something or other. But
yeah,
I was not.
You got fucked.
So
Well,
I ran off. You're supposed to go help this survivor because you could hear random stuff over the radio.
Yeah.
You can go find people and help them, or you hear gunshots or like stuff like that. Like you go
Yeah.
investigate it. So I went investigated. There's this dude named Wyatt. I'm like, oh, I'll come help you. He's standing right beside like a hut. I get up close to him and like fucking the hut door just bursts open and like 8 or 9 zombies come out, and that is a big deal in this game.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you can fight kind of 2,
You
3,
can fight
or it's like
two or 3 where you can kind of manage 2 of them with kicks and then attack another one and yeah. But like 8 or 9 is difficult, and I was on my own. There's kind of like cheap ways to like go on missions with other characters. This is what Riccio does.
Yeah.
he goes on a mission with a character, but then like just does all he can to avoid the objective,
Yeah.
and then they just
okay.
go
You'd be like, hey, let's go to this house right here. It's like, no, you're coming with me to go kill all these zombies.
Yeah,
over here.
because
Like,
instantly,
don't-
like with a second person, you could easily handle like 10, 15
Yeah.
Oh,
plus.
okay. Yeah.
But with
a little more crowd control with the
Yeah.
extra
But yeah,
body.
so these 8 or 9 zombies burst out of there and start fucking mauling this guy, and I'm already like, okay, I am out of here, and I turn around and there's like 20 other zombies around, and I'm like, oh god. So I start running, but then like from the herd that came out of the house, the leaper thing jumped on me and attacked me, and that gave all the other ones time to come and get me.
Yeah.
and they just ate me.
That's the worst is that you can
That's
like if it's just the
brutal.
leaper, you can mash like the B button to get him off and
And
like
then
you can
sprint
kill him.
away.
But the thing is, if he jumps on you and there's zombies around, they're like fucking kicking you and shit. So you're just
You're fucked.
It's over.
Beating the hell out of you.
Yeah.
And you got stamina and stuff, so you
Yeah.
can't always dodge and get
Oh,
out. of
okay,
and
yeah.
stuff, so.
And it takes a while to come back. It's not like it's almost like I would say Skyrim stamina bar, where it's just like it empties and you're just like, oh god, it's gonna take like a minute to come back. No.
Yeah, you don't want to sprint everything.
I was when I stopped playing that game, I was on the there's this big tank basically. It's this big fat guy, but tank from Left 4 Dead.
Oh, okay.
He
yeah.
was running at me. I was out of stamina, and his next hit would have killed me. So I just powered off the Xbox. So I don't know if it's gonna load me back in right there, or it's just gonna I don't know what it's gonna
Start
do.
thinking.
But what's crazy is
Fail
this
switch.
the stamina bar, and like for example, Dan only has one character to play as, and the stamina bar does get smaller and smaller as you play. So let's say if
Yeah, the
Dan were to-
longer you play as
Yeah.
one character, they get more and more tired.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
So you have to like power it off or play as another character so that he is sleeping in the bunk beds that you might have built in your safe house. If you don't have bunk beds, then he's not going to get better. Or like any kind of bunkery area.
Yeah.
But yeah, which is crazy because Dan can only play for like a certain while before he has to literally stop because
Well, I
that
found.
person's
Have
tired.
you ever found energy drinks?
Yeah, energy drinks and coffee do
They
replenish
just
a bit.
they just
Oh, fully?
reset that meter.
Oh, I didn't know I was
the
fully.
energy drinks I found.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So you can,
But-
that's my bread and butter right there because I only have the one character
Energy
right now.
drinks and coffee.
And that's another
No,
thing.
just energy drinks. I don't even know what the coffee does.
And that's another thing is scavenging stuff is pretty crazy. Everything in the world only exists once. So let's say you go into a house and you take everything out of it, you loot it, that house is empty. It's never going to respawn. It's never going to have anything
Can
more
you
in
burn
it.
it down?
No, you can't. That'd be really cool though.
Wow, Sompy.
But there's
Well, like, Kim, I was just thinking.
can you draw straws? Can you send someone?
No,
over?
no, no. I was thinking in true fucking zombie apocalypse style. You loot a building, then burn it.
Well, you kind of
Why
don't
would
want to
you
do
burn
that
it, though?
because
Because you don't want to have to go back in that building again.
There's-
You want to know that shit's empty and done.
We can
There-
create
there's-
outhouses, outposts.
outposts out of the buildings you loot
Yeah,
to kind of keep zombies away from them by setting traps.
yeah.
But there's 4 resources in the game. There's food, medicine,
Building
ammunition,
materials.
and
Oh, 5.
no, they're the ones that deplete over time.
Building materials deplete as well, and fuel. Well, fuel kind of.
Fuel only depletes when you drive a car.
Yeah.
But
No,
the,
no.
The rest of them deplete.
The fuel
over
only
time.
depletes whenever you place traps or build Molotovs. Other than that, it won't go down.
you can build Molotovs in this game?
The cars used to actually, like before in the older builds of the game, apparently cars needed fuel and they would use it a
There's
lot.
still that line of dialogue that like, hey, these
Yeah.
cars use fuel.
Yeah,
so I
no.
assumed that was the
Guys,
case.
No.
you can build Molotovs in this game?
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
Fantastic.
Kumar's gonna go home and buy it now.
But there's those resources in the game, and anytime you loot any of those like key resources, you can you basically find like a rucksack of them, and you can either break that down to take the individual components and
Alright.
have them as usable items, or if you bring the rucksack back to your base, it adds it to your like resource pool.
Oh, okay.
So, but depending on how your safe house and stuff is upgraded, you can only hold a certain amount of each item, like overnight, basically.
Yeah.
All right.
So if you find a house that's like, hey, there are 3 rucksacks worth of food here, you kind of just want to get one, and then like make a mental note that there are
More rucksacks.
2
Yeah.
more things of
Yeah.
food. In
It does a good job at illustrating on the map, like, okay, this is a house that has food in it or health in it or
Well,
medicine.
so sometimes you go and like the gas station's supposed to have gas, and I only found food there.
Yeah. I've had that happen too.
Like,
That's pretty cool.
It's really insane. It's just like in vehicles too. Like everything depletes and never comes back, and it's insane. It's kind of cool. At first, you're kind of like, oh, what if stuff runs out? But it's really hard to loot.
It's a really
everything.
large world too. Like you think it looks small by looking at the map, but no. Like it takes a long time to traverse
from side to
that
side.
area.
Like even the first town that you start in is like this, like 4 roads. That's it. It's like 4 roads. I'm like, oh, this is gonna fucking last not that long. 5 hours later, I've looted maybe like a quarter of the houses, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm moving to another town. I'm leaving all this shit behind, even though there's still so much to go through.
Can you go back to it?
Yeah, you can go back. You can just drive. There's no loading screens, so you just keep driving.
Nice.
Just explore.
Nice.
probably has to do with the pop in.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that game is really interesting.
Sweet.
I think is the word for it.
For $20,
It sounds
literally.
pretty. I'd like to see it on PC. That would be neat.
Actually, no. I would like to see it on a portable device.
Oh, really?
That'd be cool.
I mean, preferably you'd want buttons, so something like Vita or maybe
Yeah.
3DS.
Yeah. But it's really good.
Because it's that kind of like real time game. I kind of want the ability to be like, I'm gonna check in and see how many people are doing.
Yeah. Check in like
see how
take
my
5
resources are going, rather than like, okay, I'm home now. I'm gonna sit here. But that's why it does lend itself to the. I just sat here for like 6 fucking hours, and nothing is better in this game.
Yeah.
Everything is still shitty.
What's cool is that this is called before, when this game was in production, I think it was called Class 3 is what they were calling it. And right now they're taking everybody's feedback for what they want to improve or what they should change in the game, because what they would like to do in the end would make something called Class 4, which is the next one called, or it's just going to be the same thing but sort of an MMO.
Oh, okay.
So like you're saying, Dan, it would be cool if it was portable. What would be even cooler is, let's say you get home and you kind of go in that world and you get the resources and stuff. But if you could like check in on your phone and be like, okay, how's everybody doing? All these people are getting hurt. There's zombies, things going on. Okay, let me just tell them to maybe build more fortifications or get another guard tower up or do like all that stuff. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
So like kind of add a little bit of automation that you can direct from like a mobile device, like a phone or a Windows 8 phone or something.
Maybe not in this one, but I'm saying down the line, if ever they end up making their
think
MMO,
State of
that'd be
Decay
really cool.
Is a fantastic proof of concept.
Yeah,
Yes.
it
works fantastic.
it's fucking crazy.
There's
yeah.
just little things that you'd like to have ironed out and almost make it more of a simulation.
Yeah. But it's so damn cool. I can't stress enough that if you have $20 or 1,600 Microsoft points, go get it. Especially if you love zombie games.
360 only?
Yeah, it's 360 only. But it's fantastic. It's a fantastic game.
It'd be interesting.
You don't
to
need
see...
Xbox Live Gold for any part of it.
You don't?
Oh, really? You
Mark,
don't?
So,
So you can cancel that
nice.
subscription.
Yeah, so you can cancel that subscription.
you just go buy it and it's single player offline. So there you go.
Yep.
Yeah,
Nice.
but the last thing I've been playing, and I played it the most because I finished it,
Yeah.
is Kingdom Rush Frontiers.
You finished that?
Kingdom Rush
Is that
Frontiers.
the iPad one?
No. So there's Kingdom Rush.
Yeah.
They just released Kingdom Rush 2, basically.
Okay.
That game is just as good as Kingdom Rush 1, and
I really like Kingdom
I've
Rush.
played all the levels of it, but I haven't gotten all the stars or anything. I've finished the game. I haven't like completed it,
Yeah.
but god damn, that game is good.
How much is it?
$4.99 or $2.99 on a phone. It's not universal, so you don't buy one and get the other. But yeah.
Because I really enjoyed the
This
original
one,
Kingdom Rush.
Riccio had a complaint about the original one that it almost felt like kind of a puzzle game. Where
Yeah,
you had to-
I had that too, where it was if you didn't figure out what towers to specifically put where, you lost no matter what.
I feel like because so there's heroes in this game, which they did patch into the old game. But they're more in depth in this one. So they kind of as they hit people and kill people, they will level up and you can get points to put into like talent trees between games. And so the hero that you pick, and there are a bunch that you can buy for real world money as well, but you get 3 with the main game. The hero that you pick kind of drastically influences the towers you're going to put down, and there's still all the upgrades that you can do to the townspeople that you can help block the path and stuff. I feel like there's a lot more. It is more tower defense than like puzzle tower defense like the old one. There's a lot more like you can kind of stumble around and eventually survive this level. It's not just like I didn't have all mage towers on this side, so I just fucking lost.
Well, that's good then.
Yeah.
So they did a good job balancing
Yeah,
everything?
and all the level 4 towers are all totally different now.
Cool.
And they have new
Cool.
powers and stuff. So.
Because I really enjoyed the first one. I actually think I beat the game. I think I played through the whole thing on that one.
Yeah, there's a bunch of bonus levels that they patched in to the original one as well. There's like 6 or
Yeah,
7.
I didn't really dig deep into the.
No, I'm just saying, like, if you haven't updated the game in a while, there's like 6 or 7 new levels in that, and they are difficult. But this one kind of starts
Does it is it a ramp
it
up?
moves quickly.
But it's not like such a crazy ramp up as the last one where it was like kind of good, even, and then it just got really fucking hard. Like the first one, I kind of stumbled around for most of the levels, and then the last, I think 4, you ended up helping me with because I just couldn't. I was getting frustrated with it, and I couldn't fucking beat it.
Yeah, no, this one is. It's less puzzle, but you still need like different strategies and stuff.
And this one was $2.99, right?
Yeah, for
Instead of
iPhone,
$99.
it's $4.99 on iPad though.
I just bought it.
All right then.
We could probably get Sompy to buy a bunch of stuff today.
It's a fantastic tower defense.
Hey Devin, you
Anyways,
should go
that's-
pre-order a lot of next gen games.
Actually, I'm gonna get your help tomorrow.
Now's actually the time to
Setting up
do it, considering you
Perfect.
can get them all for $40.
Yeah. I want to. You been playing anything else, Dan?
Nope, that's it.
That's it. I have a lot of really kind of random stuff to sort of
Go
talk
through your
about.
list.
I'm trying to go through my list here. I didn't finish Kentucky Route Zero. I know I said I wanted to, was not able to. I tried doing it again. I was like, I'm really tired right now. I did finish Remember Me. I think we talked about that, obviously. I'm trying to buy time here. I'm trying to go through this. Oh, Portal 2. Okay.
Yeah, I saw you in that. Why were you back in that one?
So the community maps
Yeah.
are fucking insane.
Insane in terms of like they're just crazy difficult, or
No, they're crazy how much effort you can. Because okay, I loaded up back when they first put out the community map maker thing. I loaded it up and I was like, hey, here's a square room, build your puzzle, like just do whatever you want. And I went online. I was playing with a buddy from the stream, Skinned, and first there's race maps where it's the ground is coated in the orange gel, and you just go forward and you race around the map. And what happens is whenever you use the look tool, like you hit the F and it just kind of goes like bleep, like look over here. There's switches on the level, and what will happen is you look at one and it'll activate like walls that'll come out and block somebody in front of you and then go away, so you can kind of try and catch up.
stop them kind of thing.
Yeah, but also certain times you'll hit like a jump in midair, but while you're in midair, you have to put 2 portals so that you land properly. But then if you see like a buddy next to you trying to do the portals too, you can shoot his so his disappear, and then you fuck him up, and it's super crazy and awesome.
That sounds like just amazing.
Yeah, you're
How
just
many
like,
people can play at once though?
just 2. It's still
Okay.
2, but it's still a lot of fun. And then we played another level which is really really tough, but it was really cool. It starts and it's just like a wedding, and then it does kind of like the single player does, where it's like you hear GLaDOS and then suddenly the fucking walls peel away, and then it's just like go and do this crazy, like we got stuck in that map for like maybe an hour, maybe like an hour and a half or something, trying to figure out these puzzles, and we apparently weren't even halfway done that one level,
Really?
and it's fucked, and it's so crazy, but it's so goddamn awesome, and I can't believe how epic some of those community maps are. But
People are
it's
creative,
awesome.
man.
Yeah, it's insane. Like it's fucking crazy. People can do in that game. It's fantastic. If anybody hasn't checked out any of the community maps for Portal 2, go do it, because what you can do too is you load into it and you pick one map and you can just do start from the best, and then it'll just, when you beat it, it does like you're playing single player kind of, and it'll just boop, load into the next one. Just keep going, and it's really awesome.
It's a good way to check everything out.
It's definitely a good way. Yeah. So I played that. That was pretty cool. I played Borderlands 2 and I tried Craig for a little bit. Did not play enough to even get his special ability. So
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
However, I played.
Well-
Did you
well-rounded
even
first
get to
impressions.
Hammerlock?
I got to Hammerlock, and I was like 4.5, and I was like, it was really late. It was like one night where it was like 2 a.m, I think, on the weekend. I was like, I'm just gonna play some Borderlands. No, I don't know why I did it.
Did you get any trading cards?
Actually, yeah, I got Axton. That's it. I got
Cool.
one. So during E3 this week, while I was watching all the conferences, played a shit ton of Sanctum 2, like
Cool.
multiple hours, and that game is really good. I wish I had 3 other people to co-op it with, but I don't. But it's really fun. That game is way more shooter than it is tower defense game.
Oh, okay.
There's some levels where it's like a small cube, and you kind of do like that huge maze thing that you normally do in tower defense games, and then everyone slowly goes through it. But then they'll put air people as well, but everybody's coming out of like the same holes. That sounds really weird. So you're kind of like twitch shooting, like shooting things in the air, then like swapping guns, shooting things in front of you, jumping, like double jumping, shooting things in the air, and you're just kind of like, there's so much shit going on. You're trying to make sure that nothing is getting through, and it's a lot of fun. It's really what's the word? Kinetic? No, it's just sort of, there's a lot. It's nonstop, frantic. Yeah, it's crazy. It's a lot of fun, and I don't know if it scales with more people in the game. I'm pretty sure it does, But then again, playing solo, things have a fuck ton of health, and it's kind of really hard. So maybe it doesn't scale, but that game is really cool.
Is our dry run of that up yet?
Yes.
Okay.
I do believe yes.
If people go check that out.
Go check it out. There's something else. Oh, I don't have. Oh, okay. I bought Animal Crossing on the 3DS at midnight. Oh, damn, my ears.
Sorry.
Whoa.
The fuck do you do?
Kumar tried to loop our sound back into the looping mixer thing here.
It was just the experimental side of me that decided to try something. My apologies.
But yeah, so I bought Animal Crossing at midnight the day it came out. Which is a fucking really terrible idea because I bought it and then it was midnight, so you
Start
load into
playing.
the game, and Animal Crossing runs off real time. It's like you go into like this kind of little animal.
Oh, so it's like cute State of Decay.
yeah, it's
yeah,
like cute state.
yeah.
So I go in there and it's like, hey, you're the mayor, sweet. Everybody kind of welcomes you in, and then they all go
Whoa,
in there.
whoa! You're the mayor.
Yeah,
you're the mayor.
Tom Nook wants to break your knees.
No, he doesn't. But what's
What
crazy?
happened to the turtle?
The turtle actually does show up,
Okay.
and because he's like, I'm on an island,
I
and
thought he was going to say that turtle actually died.
no, he there's
Real
a
depressing
there-
version of Animal Crossing. Yo, everybody's dead. We just had to move you to a new town.
But no, when you start off, you're like, oh, I'm not the mayor. What are you guys doing? And you get a message in the mail. It's like, oh, it's cool. I'm cool with it. And then he kind of shows up, and he's just like, at the bottom of the town, there's like a little dock, and he's just like, yeah, I'm on some like crazy island over there. There's tropical and craziness. You take over. I'm good. So at least that's what I got on my like third day playing here. But because it runs on real time, I bought it at midnight. So they're like, yeah, you're the mayor. And then they sort of like disappear off screen, and they all went to their houses and slept.
Nice.
And when you talk to your assistant mayor chick, she's just like, oh, have you met everybody in the town yet? You should go meet people in the town. I'm like, I can't do that. So I just waited. And I just kind of like, okay, I'm going to pull weeds I'm going to buy cherries. And then I couldn't sell them because the shops are closed. I was like, this is...
So Riccio, I just pictured you like huddled like on your bed with a blanket over your head, just like staring at your DS, like, I'll wait for you to wake up in the morning.
No.
Don't worry.
If you want to laugh, I kind of set my alarm and had my 3DS kind of on my shelf, and I was
Oh
like,
my
it's
God.
9. And then I kind of bought my shovel and my bug net, and then I started catching bugs for like hours on end.
Oh my
I finished
God.
my first loan. My house already got upgraded once. I got tons of stuff and befriending people. Somebody just moved in. What's cool is that game actually has online. However, I thought it was you could just join random people. Like you could just like, hey, go online, and it would find like a random person.
Yeah.
So I do that, and it has a list like, oh, you can join, and it was somebody that I've added, I guess, or just it had a list. It said Ryan. I'm like, oh, who's Ryan? Whatever, join. And then I go in there and I arrive in his town, and I'm digging stuff in his town like I didn't realize, or I found money.
He's another mayor, right?
He's another mayor. He's another player somewhere out there. And I'm like, oh wow, so I could just go to random people, like take their cherries and like sell their stuff and buy things from their shops. Cool. I leave, and then I realize like, wait, that is somebody that I have on my friends list that I must have added at some point, like either during my streams or something. So it's like I went to someone's house who I know and totally I don't know if it was a dick, but I took some of his shit accidentally.
Stole all their stuff.
But it wasn't like, oh, I stole everything. It was like, oh, I won.
Leaves their city in shambles.
I even left a message, but it was like really like a happy message that you leave to someone like random, just like, oh man, Animal Crossing is super great. You have a really awesome town. Reach you. And I left, and I'm like, wait,
He's
that
trying to
person.
throw them off the scent.
Well, that
Stole all their
person.
shit.
Well, the person is now that person knows. It's like, oh, I know Riccio. Like, what the fuck is he doing?
That
in
guy's
my
an
town?
asshole.
Why are you stealing all my cherries?
And I also didn't know that when you join someone's town, the person who's playing their own town gets like a cutscene of you arriving. So he knew I was in there too. So
You're
anyway,
such a dick.
So I
Just
put
like roll in, take everything in peace.
well, I didn't take everything. I took a few
Well, he
things.
took
I took a few trees
their
worth
own
of cherry.
stuff, sold it back to them, kept the cash, and then left.
Oh my god.
You know what they call that in North America? They call that fraud, my friend. That's what they call that.
I didn't mean to.
Oh,
You're
God.
an Animal Crossing con man.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So anyways, I put out a tweet
Look out,
after
Nintendo Land.
I put out a tweet and I was like, I don't know who Ryan is, but I'm sorry, I may have taken some of your stuff. And I don't remember what he tweeted back, but he tweeted me back and was like, oh, it's me, what's up?
You were such a thief.
Yeah, I didn't
Scumbag
mean to.
Riccio.
But
I've put up wanted posters with your face on them in my town.
but
Shoot on sight.
oh my god, yeah, that game is not vicious. Thank God.
Wanted dead.
Actually, it is kind of vicious.
Not alive.
You can get stung by bees, and then your eye gets all inflated and fucked up.
Wow.
But what's cool is playing.
That's so much worse than State
Yeah.
of Decay. You're right.
Oh yeah.
Ow,
But,
my
uh,
eye.
What's cool is that
It's
when
being
I
eaten by a zombie.
the text chat in that game isn't that great. It kind of pops up on screen for like 5 seconds and just disappears until like log. so it's really tough.
Oh, really?
But communicating over Skype with a buddy, I went into a New News town, somebody from the chat, and it was cool because he didn't have a bug net, but I didn't have a fishing pole, but he had a fishing pole in his town, and I had bug nets in my town, so I kind of gave him the items that I needed, and I took his stuff. And then
And he dug up all of his trees.
no, he had pears, so I stole some pears to plant some pears in my town, and
Could you do that? Could you cut down everyone's trees?
potentially yes, you could go
and
to
then
their
take
town.
all their fruit and stuff so they couldn't plant new ones? That is how you make trees, isn't it? You plant fruit in
Yeah,
there.
you plant. I guess technically you could. Although what happens is whenever you go to that mayor's kind of tropical island, I haven't gone there yet, but when you go down there, you can get tropical fruit and then plant that. So
could you?
there's always a way to get that stuff back.
Could you technically go into Skin's game at night, chop down every one of his trees,
Well,
and then just peace?
The thing is, he has to be online and playing at the same time.
Oh, okay.
It'd be super cool if ever.
So you
could
can't
go
just
in.
like grief the shit out of
No.
all the people on your.
That'd be
friends'
fucking-
This is
list.
crazy. This
That'd
is
be
like Espionage 2.0 if Riccio started going around chopping people's trees
It's like,
down.
it's midnight, everyone's sleeping, and then I just go online and steal everybody's shit. But no,
That'd be such a dick move.
but yeah,
You could leave notes like, "You have a really great town."
sweet town. Where the fuck are all the trees?
Leaves these really deceiving notes.
Yeah.
I really liked my visit here.
I stopped by your town and somebody was just leaving. He
Yeah.
destroyed all the trees. By the way, I'm Riccio. But yeah, no,
I
that game
left
is
you one seed. Good luck.
that game is really fun. Every day I've been kind of playing it and taking the weeds out of my town and collecting all the cherries because I have cherries in my town and I sell those and I go get all the seashells and fish and then get
Isn't
some bugs.
there a
and-
thing in Animal Crossing where if you get different fruit that isn't native to your town,
Yep.
it sells for more?
Yeah,
Okay,
it does.
alright.
So that's why I got pears from New News Town and he took my cherry. Oh, he already had cherries. That sounded weird. Took my cherry. But yeah.
Episode 69.
this game sounds
Took
really, really
Riccio's
happy.
cherry.
It's really cool. I'm actually just going to open it because I think it's still open. So Kumar, you can actually look what it looks like.
It looks super happy.
There you go. Just don't do anything angry. But
All right, guys, I'm coming for you.
oh, actually, it sounds on. I'm just gonna. Anyway, but yeah, no, it's really sweet, and I played a shit ton of that, and it's kind of cool having a game that you can kind of turn on every day and know there's something you have to do or take care of, or that, let's say this coming Sunday is a bug catching bug catching contest. So it's kind of cool knowing that other people in the world also have that, and we're all going to be kind of doing our contests in our own towns. There's no like leaderboards or anything, but it's cool. There's events that happen, and you tune it, you turn it on certain days, and there's things. I don't know. It's just cool. It's just really cool.
Are you gonna feel really bad when you abandon them?
Maybe. Actually, what I wanted to do is I bought I bought Animal Crossing on the GameCube back when it came out, like the night of or the day of or
Yeah.
the week of or whatever. And I only played for about a month, so I'd love to find that memory card with that save on it, pop Animal Crossing back in, and be like, "What is it? What has
Tom
happened?"
Nook's
I have a
repossessed
DS
your health.
version somewhere that I have not played since I was in high school.
Oh, God.
Oh, you should definitely put that back in again.
That sounds gross.
Put that back in, Dan.
Maybe he can come and take your cherries.
But anyways, yeah, I played a lot of that. That game is really cool. And what's really random is after all the Nintendo conferences that happened, I kind of went back and played Super Mario Wii U.
Really?
No, you know what's weird that we haven't kind of mentioned?
What?
That E3 happened.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm waiting for that till we get to the news. Then we'll kind of explode. Because I know we're gonna explode.
Kumar, you got something for us?
I do actually. I have a really, really cool title to talk to you guys about.
Lay
So-
it on me.
Are we interrupting Animal Crossing, I guess?
No, I took it, he took it away.
It's okay.
I took it away.
Yeah, I gave it back. The game's just too happy for me. I for the first half of this week, I played nothing different. Played more of the same kind of thing, just Blaze Blue and some other stuff on the Vita.
Okay.
Played a little bit more FTL. I've been kind of losing my life to that game.
Yeah. Every time I log in
Yeah.
or see you on Steam, it's like Kumar's played FTL. I'm
Well,
like,
the beauty of it is that it's not like so if you look at the last game that I got this invested in, it was Binding of Isaac. But the problem with Binding of Isaac is that there's no save. So you play it through and you're either quitting in mid-game or you're kind of just leaving it there until you get back. But there's a save and quit function in FTL. So it's fantastic because I can start up a game and then I'll kind of go through, I'll play a little bit and then I'll just kind of put it to rest or whatever. I'll go do some work, come back, maybe play it again later.
Okay.
Today, though, on the other hand, I played something very, very different, something that I'm sure a lot of you guys are looking forward to. I got to play the first about hour and 40 minutes or so of Last of Us. So this was, in fact, a retail build. This was not the demo that I haven't even played the demo yet, so I know most people's experience is probably with the demo.
Yeah.
I still haven't played it, Rich, and it's your question.
Damn,
Next,
god
yeah.
damn it.
But yeah, man, like I think I mentioned this a while back when we first started talking about it. I wasn't whatsoever interested in this game, even in the slightest.
Why?
And just because it just didn't appeal to me, I didn't find anything that.
But it's the new
really
Uncharted
caught my interest.
game
Well, that's kind of that's why I
from the
wasn't
makers
interested.
of Uncharted.
That's why I wasn't interested though, because I said it looks the same. Like it, I know it's a different story, different characters, all this. It's more gritty, this and that, but it just looked more like an exploration kind of Uncharted-y sort of game.
So let me ask you this: after playing, you said like you played like an hour or something, or an hour and a half of it today.
Pre-ordered.
Oh, you pre-ordered, so it changed your mind entirely.
Yeah, I have to say that. So I'm not. I know you guys know this. I'm not a Sony fanboy. I'm not a fanboy in any sort of camp. I just like games. But
Even after that conference, then
yeah, even after that, I'll get to that in a second.
Okay,
We'll
cool.
all get to that in a
Yeah.
second. But
Hey guys, E3 happened.
what do you call it? Naughty Dog is by far one of the most prolific and greatest developers we've ever seen. And I can say that both from a technical perspective in terms of just what they end up pushing out on these consoles, as well as just the way that they write things, the way that they animate, everything that studio does is so many bars above and beyond what everyone else does. Like they've got to be one of the greatest developers on earth. It's craziness. And this game is a testament to that.
you hear that, Naughty Dog? Only on Earth. Get your shit together.
So I'm not gonna jump the game or jump the game here. I'm not gonna jump the gun here and say that it's game of the year kind of thing. But based on what I've seen,
Yeah.
I would not be surprised whatsoever if by the time we get to the end of that game, it is very much a contender.
So
It's already getting perfect tens and stuff.
Yeah,
from
and I know
out
that
there.
the full reviews I'm sure are speaking that it's going to be in that sort of realm and that it's probably already leading to that point.
Well,
But
what I'm excited for is that you didn't get to try any of the multiplayer, right?
I did actually.
You did? Okay, good.
did,
That's what I
yeah.
wanted to hear.
It's just like Uncharted.
Yeah.
In the sense that like it feels
Slower though.
It feels the same. It's more meticulous in the sense that like you're not just gonna run and gun. You're not, like when an Uncharted multiplayer match starts, everyone
Everybody's
just
hopping
books it.
in, yeah.
Everyone just books it. Climb the highest point. Grab the whatever gun you can. Find a perch. Do whatever. This is much more. I didn't play all the modes, mind you, because I didn't want to get them ruined.
Yeah, that's fine.
The source through which I was able to actually play this, he's finished the game twice already.
No.
The first time he beat it, it took him 18 hours. Second time he beat it, it took him, I think he said 16 or something, just shy of.
Okay.
But the first
Did you say
time
what difficulty you played it on?
he played it on normal and then he played it on hard.
Oh wow. Okay.
So he played it completely organically the first time, where he said he played it as if he didn't get to change any of the options. He was kind of just given the game and he just ran with it, sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second time he said, you know what, I want to see what it's like. I will also say this: the clickers are goddamn terrifying.
Yeah, I know.
Uh,
You had to see them in the demo. And
Yeah,
it's-
and the fact that they just can't see you and that you could be sitting still and they'll just walk right up close and just kind of pass you is one of the most
That
creepy things ever.
sounds horrifying.
The noises they make, the way they move, their mannerisms.
that sound, the other
shit
sound they make
shit
is pretty.
creepy.
Is it like a?
It's like a grudge sound, but on
Let me
crack.
put it this way: there's certain sections that I have kind of seen, and certain sections that he even showed me, just from a gameplay perspective. It feels like what Resident Evil should have been all
Oh,
these
really?
years.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
all these
I'm
years.
just like blast the clicker sound on my speakers.
Oh man,
but-
it's
I
messed
would
up.
rather you didn't.
It's messed up. But
But,
playing that game, and I also got to play that game with I played a little bit of
Yep,
it with headphones. The sound fidelity is just craziness.
Yeah.
Like
Great sound design in it.
Everything. Like you'll distract someone with a brick or a bottle or whatever, and depending, obviously, it's got directional overlay and this and that. So everything sounds so natural. It's unreal. And I know Naughty Dog's done this in the past, but every little detail, the amount of detail that goes into their cutscenes, into even just the transition between a cutscene back to gameplay, everything just seems so well thought out. And it just, this is not to kind of keep tooting their horn, but it's a game that we haven't seen quality like this in such a long time. There's been a lot of really, really great games, don't get me wrong, but it just seems like this is, and they did this so quick. That's what doesn't make any sense to me. Like they made this game really quick comparatively to what some other people do. So I'm looking forward to it. I wasn't at all excited before, but now it's like, Friday can't kind of come soon enough. So
what I'm scared is that I ordered it online, so I'm hoping that because it's shipping on Friday, it either arrives on
it's not
Friday
gonna get here.
or I get it on Monday. So like I ruined my weekend. But what I'm excited for is I'm hoping. I don't know. Well, Dan, I know you're getting it. You have
Yep.
a pre-ordered. Devin, do you know if you're going to be picking it up?
I think I am. Just from what I've heard of it, it sounds like it's going to be a really, really good game. So I think I'm going to pick it up.
Okay. So
It's
what,
released on Tuesday next week, isn't it?
this Friday
Oh,
actually.
this Friday.
Yeah. So what I'm excited for is that the multiplayer. So if we get in it with you guys, the fact that it's like a slower sort of Gears of War's sort of stay in cover, don't just run out blindly like kind of Kumar was saying, like
Yeah.
Uncharted. I'm really excited for that. And I think with like good communication and stuff, it could be really sweet.
I definitely feel like it could be really good.
But yeah, so
Game seems like it's gonna be amazing.
the fact that you went uninterested into it and then ended up pre-ordering it can speak a lot for it, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Where'd you pre-order it from?
Future Shop, $40.
Nice. One random thing before we start doing the news, which is pretty much to be talking about the conferences. Just a random update from Tomb Raider. Hopped into the multiplayer, still shit.
That's the
Great.
update.
Yeah, I kept it installed. So I'm like, one day I'm gonna try the multiplayer. One day I'm gonna try the multiplayer. Well, this weekend was that time. Not a good multiplayer.
Garbage.
It's just weird as shit. It doesn't. It's fun and it has a lot of crazy stuff going on. Like you're killing people and there's like badges popping up on the left. It's like more damage, more health, more damage, grenades, more. I'm like, I don't know if this is buffs. I don't know if this is people using stuff or like if it's telling me what's happening. But there's no voice, by the way. It's just kind of
Useful information.
yeah. It's I don't know. It's plus I like played a match and I was like leveling up and unlocking stuff and it just kind of it felt like Uncharted. It looked like Uncharted, but it kind of felt like it was lacking the tightness and responsiveness and the coolness of it. But anyways, I just wanted to mention that because it was really random and I finally am gonna uninstall that game.
Actually, coming back for a sec, where did you guys pre-order all your stuff?
Future Shop as well.
So
Online
same sort of E3 biz there that they have going on.
not via that one, but I did
Okay.
it before because
Okay.
Hardia, somebody from the chat, managed
Yep.
to give me a $20 off coupon.
Okay, cool.
Oh no, wait, no, actually it's from the God of War pre-order.
Oh, right.
But he also gave me a
Actually,
coupon on
for,
that
for
one.
the people who are in the States, I think Best Buy is doing the same E3 thing. I think they have that same deal going on where if you pre-order one E3 title, they give you $10 off. If it's two, they give you $20 off. Or no, sorry, 15. And if you order three or more, they give you up to $20 off every title.
Well, what it is it the percentage goes up. In the end, it ends up being 33%, and that's what's $20 normally.
Okay.
Or actually no, I don't think 33 is a straight 20, so it does go straight to. Anyway, yeah,
Either-
it's
either
roughly
way,
33%. Yeah,
Take a look. I mean, the
Yeah.
numbers add up. So
but I know
like $350 worth
Yeah.
of
Oh,
pre-orders.
what's all these sales are getting the cops to come here. No, but what's really crazy is the
This just in, Dan just left.
Dan just left. He's just sick of talking about all these sales.
About
He's
this
tired
sale,
of us, and he's just piecing.
does it only charge you when they are released?
When they ship it,
Yeah, they'll
Yeah.
only charge you. So, like
That-
I said, like I have $350 sitting there. Ricio's got like $2,000 or whatever. They're only going to
no, actually it's 1,400, but it's like over the next
close
2
enough.
years.
Yeah, close enough.
So it's stupid. It's
so
a stupid number.
So that use Last of Us for example, right?
Yeah.
That's the most recent or the one that's
sold
coming
out
out
now.
Say it's so that's $40, right? If you order 3 or more titles,
Yep.
Yep.
they'll charge you the $40 to whatever. So if you use a gift card or if you use a credit card or whatever,
Yep.
they'll charge you to that source the day they ship it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they won't charge you up front. It's
No,
only
not at
when
all.
it's shipped.
And it'll
And the
always
shipping's free.
yeah, exactly, because they're counting your order all as one.
Yeah.
But because there's multiple pieces that ship out at different dates,
Yeah.
they're only going to charge you for the specific title when they ship it out.
All right. Well, time to start.
Is it
making
weird that Dan left as the cop sirens went off? Should we be worried?
Time to start making
yeah,
a list.
and they stopped too. I guess.
Yeah. I guess they got him.
He turned himself in. Yeah.
He's like, I'm not even gonna run.
Gonna make a
But
list.
yeah, so yeah,
I'll do that.
do we want to? Okay, what was I talking? No, it was Tomb Raider, and then we talked about pre-ordering. Oh yeah, pre-ordering.
E3.
I think no, there's no special pre-order bonuses. I think for Last of Us.
No, I don't think so.
there's like the whatever day one or first shipping
They
copies
didn't
come
even.
with stuff. though.
I don't even think they really did anything like Steelbook or any of that garbage.
No, I
Not
don't
There
think
was
they
a
did.
steelbook, I think, but it was like if you pre-ordered a
Oh,
while back at EB
okay.
or something.
Oh,
But
okay.
no, that's what I was saying. You're talking about Future Shop had that deal. If you're in Canada, Best Buy has the same kind of deal, except for it's a horrible deal.
What is
It's
it?
like get pre-order 3 games at full price, and you get 4,800 like Best Buy reward zone points.
garbage.
And I was like,
That's
but you
so
only it doesn't go higher than that after you do more than 3. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna stick with Future Shop.
In Future Shop, it just kept adding.
Yeah, I know. It just keeps going. So
it just
one-
keeps
one-
taking $20 off every single title. Or Vita titles, I think get $13 off.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or whatever it was, 13
so-
or $16 off.
So if we want to talk about random pre-ordering thing while Dan's gone, because I don't want to jump into E3 without him being around. But
I gotta order. I'm looking at them right now, and I'm like, I want this.
So,
good titles,
so Devin,
though.
let me give you a
Yes.
tip that I learned from pre-ordering from Future Shop for this. If you start hitting about 9 or 10 pre-orders in a single cart, it just fucking crashes, and you might have it happen where you can't access your cart anymore until you clear your cookies.
hmm
I managed to get to 19 today when I did my final order.
So should I order my PS3 as well through Future Shop? Do you think?
If you do that, I would highly recommend going in a store, just because that means at midnight you'll be able to get it. You don't have to
Oh
wait
yeah, I
for
don't
it
have
to
to.
ship.
Okay, yeah, this is being shipped.
Yeah. Devin, you should pre-order it at the Future Shop here, and then we could go camp out at the same one, and then have a crazy stream at one point whenever it happens that midnight.
It's a good idea.
Because if
That's not a bad idea.
if we're both in school at the same time, maybe we'll be able to coordinate that somehow. But
yeah. Okay. Well.
that one's close too. That one's
yeah,
just right down
it's
the
right
road.
around the corner.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. That'd be sick.
But wait, I know. I don't know if Dan. No, Dan. No,
They
you
should-
guys haven't pre-ordered
They
yet.
should
so
pay us for all this.
that'd be really cool. But yeah,
Yo, I don't
Future
know
Shop.
why we don't have a damn sponsor. We talk so much shit about like getting games for less that we should just.
You know why? It's because we're Canadian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I'm brown.
and it's
I'm not-
a-okay.
Oh,
It's a-okay. Get it? Hey.
Jet Set. Jet Set Radio's coming.
That don't okay, Devin. Before you pre-order anything on Future Shop, please educate yourself because a lot of those are free to play or either titles that are already out.
He pre-orders
And-
a bunch
and-
of free to play.
Yeah, there's like PlanetSide 2 is apparently $60
Oh, I'm
according
not
to their
buying
website.
Planets. I already know that's a free to
Yeah,
play.
yeah, but things like Jet Set is actually that's already out.
It's
I don't
it's on the Vita.
I don't
already,
I don't know what version that is that they're talking about.
It's in
but,
PS Plus, so it's free.
Yeah.
Jet Set's.
It was PS
Oh,
Plus.
damn it! I missed it.
Yeah, but
Damn it!
yeah. So do
I'll-
a little
I'll
bit of
actually-
research.
I'll do the. Tonight I'm going.
I
to
can help
order-
you out. Skype
I'm gonna
me or
order a whole
something.
bunch, and we'll Skype, and we'll get my massive like $3.5
Yeah.
grand list all set up.
So what's retarded about the amount of stuff that I actually pre-ordered is it does sound like a lot of money, but because it's being doled out over about 2
It's
years,
probably gonna work out. To be
it's
a
going to
lot
work out
less.
to being really not that much, and it's stuff that I would have bought anyways.
Yeah.
So there's
In
that.
this case, you get to pay less.
Yeah.
So.
And I for streaming and for our kind of YouTube stuff, I kind of put a pre-order down for both the Xbox One and the PS4, so that we can kind of get some content out for whatever the heck people want to see. But yeah,
I think a lot
I would
of
say,
us.
hey guys, help me donate.
No.
But
I was gonna say like I think a lot of us are gonna be hopping the
PS4.
onto the PS4 for like I know I'm not getting an Xbox One on launch.
Yeah.
This is a good segue.
I'm not doing it. I just don't feel like doing it. Not only for the cost, but just for a lot of the things that Microsoft have been
Yeah,
I will also be getting a PS4.
doing.
nice. All right, so let's hop into it. E3 happened this week.
It did.
A lot of stuff. A shit ton of conferences. Monday was pretty packed, and then Tuesday we had Nintendo's sort of Nintendo Direct where they
Hey guys, E3 happened.
yeah.
Yep.
What's really cool
Hey guys, guess what?
and kind of crazy
E3
is
happened.
that I was laughing about the Wii U last
joke.
year a little bit, even though I bought one anyway. But Xbox and PS4 had a lot of multi-platform games, and then Nintendo kind of went and did a lot of first-party and crazy things that are only exclusive to the Wii U or 3DS. A lot of it's kind of the same old sort of, hey, here's a Mario game, here's a Zelda game, here's a whatever.
That's all they ever do, though.
But they keep innovating slightly, and the games do still look really cool. And it's kind of crazy that even now, you kind of look at the Microsoft conference and the Sony conference, like, okay, yeah, I can also get that on PC. Okay, yeah, I can also get that on the Xbox One. But the Wii U is just like,
You know
yeah,
what-
I need to get that if I want to play those
You know
games.
what
Yeah.
my beef is with that, though?
Yeah.
So I've got maybe 4 years on you guys.
Sure.
So I've been playing those Mario games and those Zelda games
Yeah,
for
no, I'm
4
for
years
it. Yeah.
longer. Like I'm so over Nintendo. I was done with Nintendo at the end of the GameCube era,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
okay,
I've
fair
never
enough.
jumped back on the
See-
train.
See, I felt that way too. Pretty much N64, GameCube era is where I kind of stopped. I was like, okay, I didn't like Smash Bros. I didn't really like Wind Waker. I never finished it. I never really jumped into Twilight Princess or what's the new one? No, not
No,
the new one. No, what?
Phantom Rails? What's that?
No.
No, that's
Phantom
Spirit-
Hourglass.
Spirit
no. Phantom
Tracks?
Hourglass is
Oh.
a game.
Skyward
Sword. Skyward had something to do with wind.
We went through all the DS
Yeah.
ones.
So I didn't really play those. I wasn't interested. And I'm still probably not going to play the new Zelda one. I don't know, maybe. But the Mario stuff
It's
seems.
Wind Waker though.
Yeah, no, yeah, Wind Waker maybe, but
isn't it just Wind Waker HD?
yeah.
Yeah.
But even then, I don't like the Zelda sort of style of game that much, unless it's like maybe Darksiders.
Wind Waker was the best one, I think, though.
That's what a lot of people say.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
still
know.
couldn't finish it. Like the second it asked me to go get the Triforce pieces in the ocean at the end or something, I was like, well, I'm done.
I like
Throwing in the
the.
towel.
I liked Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
I was a big fan of that one. I think that was really good.
But
I've given up on them.
yeah. So like you're saying, you given up on them. I felt the same way when I picked up the Wii U. It kind of sparked some fun back into it. Playing Super Mario Bros. U was sort of like, you know what, this is still. It kind of hit like that nostalgic feeling as well as kind of feeling like, man, these games are kind of really fun because it's nothing but positive reinforcement and like good things like, oh, look at this crazy shit, oh, it's fun, look at this, I'll just keep trying, it's colorful and looks kind of awesome. So It's just fun and it's like happy to play.
You know what though?
So it's dumb, but
I find that same happiness out of playing Mario 3 on my PC
Yeah,
through an emulator.
yeah. So that's I guess so. But
That's just me. I'm not saying this because I have any
no, yeah,
particular beef against Nintendo, but
no, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just saying. I just mean like, I felt that same way until now that I'm getting back into it. It's like, you know what, those games are kind of cool. That's why I'm kind of interested in what Nintendo showed. Look, okay, we'll talk about Nintendo after, but we'll start. We can start with the first conference of what we thought with stuff. So Microsoft conference. What kind of stuff did they talk about again?
I guess
Lots of games.
Yeah, lots of games.
which was good.
No Kinect.
They started talking about Xbox 360.
Yep.
And a few games coming up for that.
Okay.
Then they talked about the Xbox Live free games that they're going to do until the Xbox One comes out there.
Halo 3 and Assassin's Creed.
That's
2
for July. Yeah.
For July.
Thanks, guys.
All Xbox Live Gold subscribers will be getting 2 free games a month
doing,
until the
Richie?
I'm trying to
launch
do a
of the
69
Xbox
with my
One.
hands. That's the other way. I can't do it. I was trying to do a 69 with my hands.
You mean like that?
Yeah, I was trying to do that.
He just busts it out in 2 seconds.
Yo, gang signs. 69.
I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm trying to do a 69. Anyway, continue. Xbox 360 games.
Yeah, then they did the Xbox Live quick talk there and didn't talk about gold going into the new console or
Nothing.
You get 2 free games though now every month.
it's just
Buy that
until the
gold.
Xbox One launches.
Oh really?
Yep.
Oh, that's shit then. So the first starting lineup for those 2 are Assassin's Creed 2.
Oh, did you even listen to
Halo 3.
us like 2 minutes ago? We already went through this.
Really?
Yep.
I was trying to do 69.
He was a little preoccupied.
Okay, not only that, but I managed to bust out the 69 while talking
That's
about
terrible.
it.
It sounds really, really
That's
bad.
terrible. I was just trying to 69 for you guys.
Don't disrespect.
I was trying to do the whole 69.
Halo
Just
3
myself.
Trying
and
to 69
Assassin's
yourself?
Creed 2.
Yeah.
That's what they were. And
Yeah.
then they jumped right into Xbox One exclusives.
Yep.
And showed off a bunch of them. Although the only real exclusives that I care about are
D4?
Halo,
Oh.
Forza 5, and Quantum Break.
And D4.
That Quantum Break looks cool.
What about that D4 though?
How do you guys feel about the titles that they did talk about?
D4?
All of them. So that what was the Rise? No, the
Rise.
Yeah, Rise.
Right. All the ones that they actually showed.
Quick time button in the game.
Yeah.
Repetitive animation in the
I
game.
feel that like that
It looks really good though.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like it could be.
Well, it's from the developers of Crysis, which is
it's Crytek.
looks really good. Maybe
But
not
does it play
a whole
very
lot
good?
of
action.
I hope the
That's-
game's like, hey, you're looking happy. You should look angry face and start screaming to get Rise.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's
To get
their,
ra- okay,
that's their
weird,
answer.
that's not-
That's their answer to God of War, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of is, and I don't feel like they really
Mind you,
implemented it incredibly well. Like I know it was like a still an early build, but you know
Yeah.
they had those finishing moves.
yeah.
I just want to point out during that whole demo, they had 2 finishing moves that he used constantly, and every time he used a finishing move, it was the same
Yeah.
guy he was killing.
Well,
Same face.
the thing is that with the finishing moves is they had an interview after. They're saying that there's like 100 unlockable finishing moves, and that's like what you're building up to as you play through the game to unlock more of them.
Why are they unlocked?
And as much as that sounds really cool to get cool animations, it's still okay. So I got to fight this guy, and then a button prompt will pop up, and then
why
I
are they
unlock that.
unlockable? That's what I don't understand.
That's what's weird. I don't know. I guess you level up. Maybe there's experience. I
Yeah,
guess.
I guess, but,
But-
they could have done so many other things. Like,
Yeah.
if they were gonna do this, they could have literally just ripped it right off of
Dark Souls or something. Just
Yeah,
like
any of the third person hack and slash sort of games that are out there, they could have taken
Yeah.
it from that. But anyways, I mean, again, I hope it's received well, and Crytek has a good.
I just pictured like the Rise main character doing shit like wow, Second Son,
jumping around.
Infamous.
not Infinite, yeah, Infamous. Just like had the Rise guy like teleport into like sparks and then like just explode out of a dude and be like,
That would be
oh
fuck.
yeah, I'm a Spartan warrior.
Can you fucking
holy fuck?
Can you imagine if that was the fucking game though? Like you had magical superpowers, kind of like God of War, but that was your thing. Was like you control fire and metal.
That would give me a Rise.
You know what?
Like that'd be fucking amazing.
You know what scene was actually really cool though when they were marching up the beach or whatever
Yeah.
it was, and in unison they were putting up their shields whenever there was like a bombardment of arrows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That
found
was
that
cool.
to be fucking awesome.
It was cool that they did it. Like stuff like that. Like it could be a really well received title, but again, I think people need to see more of it. So.
I was watching that conference with some people on Skype, and when they put up those shield walls and they were pulling out their spears, the second the first spear left, somebody over Skype was just like, where the fuck are they taking those spears from? Because they just kind of like appear out of thin air and throw another one. I'm like, oh, that just ruined it for me. You shouldn't have said anything.
yeah, you would have been
Oh.
sold otherwise.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it looks pretty cool. And then it was like, oh, you had to point that out.
Again, I'm sure it just like Somppi said, I'm sure it's just an early build.
Yeah.
And
They did showcase some cool stuff with it, which was pretty neat for the UI side of things for the Xbox One. For Rise, let's say you have, say Kumar, you've got an Xbox One as well, and we both have Rise. It'll tell me where you are in the game to the point where we're on the same level. And then when you bring up the guide button or you bring up the UI, it'll tell me, okay, you're in this chapter. You're, let's say, 45% through this level, and it'll move as you're going through it, and then I'll be moving. So we can kind of like race through it or see like, oh, he's there and he just unlocked an achievement. That means something's coming out. Like it's that stuff is neat.
It's neat, but it's also like, is that going to be? Like,
Yeah, am I going to be hitting the guide button and be like, oh, where's he at now? Where's he? I don't know.
Well, not even just that, but like, are they going to keep a really, really tight lid on spoilers and shit? Like, how are they going to go about naming everything?
Yeah. What I think that I don't think it tells you where anything is or for the achievements.
Yeah, I'm sure they have a system.
But it does compare you like your kills versus people. But I think what's nifty is, let's say, I mean, just tonight you had Dan and I talking about stuff like, oh, or Devin, sorry, like, oh, where are you in Infinite? It'd be pretty cool to just hit that thing open and be like, oh, you're like 75% through the game.
Yeah.
Or then again, that would kind of suck if you kind of look at it and you're like, oh, it says I'm 95% done. I must be going up to the final boss. Like, it ruins that sort of build up.
There's enough of the like. People, video games are made a certain way that you can kind of predict that stuff as anyway.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
But that sort of
too.
system seems pretty neat, though, at least. But
was there anything else that caught your eye? Specific to whether it be a game or a feature or something?
Not really.
Titanfall.
Titanfall, yeah.
I was excited for that.
Yeah.
That was kind of the highlight of the Microsoft press conference for me, was seeing the first footage of Titanfall.
I'm surprised it's exclusive though.
PC as well.
Oh, is it
Xbox
PC as well?
360, Xbox One, and PC.
Yeah.
Okay.
They really.
They also said it could potentially at some point come out for the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Potentially. I'm guessing that means once the whatever exclusive year or whatever.
Once that little timeline is up.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe I should get that for Xbox 360. Because my PC probably won't run it well, and I'll want to play it with a controller. Which means the multiplayer is going to be impossible.
Hold on now, Dan. You're telling me you don't want to spend $500 then buy the game for the Xbox One?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Who am I going to play with?
I just thought about it, and it's like that's going to be like a Call of Duty-ish shooter.
Yep.
Which, if I want to play it with a controller, will be unplayable in multiplayer.
What if they don't have
on PC?
controller support on PC?
Ooh.
They normally do.
What if they don't?
If it's billed as an Xbox exclusive, I imagine that it will have Xbox controller support.
But keep in mind that the most recent Call of Duty is the only one that had natively built-in controller support.
Yeah.
Every other Call of Duty.
That's Call of Duty, though. This game ain't no Call of Duty.
Dan, could you imagine you put that in your 360?
Yeah, but keep in mind the same developer, man.
Yeah.
Call of Duty,
kind of.
Modern Warfare, the first Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3. None of them had.
That's true.
But these guys are trend setters. They are not.
That's true.
They're not following.
They are ahead of the game. They will have those.
That game is Titanfall.
If they're trend setters, then let's say you put this game in your 360 and you're psyched, you're good to go, and the fucking first thing that happens when the menu pops up is please connect your mouse and keyboard to the Xbox console. You'll just be like, excuse me?
I need to sell this game back. Oh wait,
and this console.
I'll give you $5. God damn it, Microsoft. Quantum Break looked really good. I know Devin was mentioning that one earlier.
Titanfall. What else?
That Sunset Boulevard.
The
Sunset Overdrive.
Overdrive.
Insomniac game?
Yeah, that looked really weird. They didn't really show what it was though, but
I'm really uninterested in their games as well. I mean,
yeah,
they're a good developer, but I can't get into their games.
I'm gonna load up the
especially after Resistance.
After you
excuse me, you're ignoring the fact that in that Sunset Overdrive trailer, he slotted an energy drink into his shotgun and then blew up everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. With an explosion had the words "boom" going across it.
Yeah. That they did. Yeah.
They showed Dead Rising 3. That looks pretty intense.
That looks like shit.
Really?
I'm kind of in the same boat as Dan.
Yeah, Dan and I had this big crazy ass talk about Bread Rising.
Hey, guess what? We saw you guys like the weird quirkiness and
we took
kind
it
of
all
Japanese
out.
style of Dead Rising.
The quirkiness is still.
We took it all out and made it like Resident Evil.
What they said is the quirkiness is still very much in there. It's just the look, like the graphic style of it has changed.
That's really strangely accurate. That's exactly what they did.
It's still Capcom.
It is, yeah, but it's just like he just actually summed up the way that I've felt about it.
Yeah. Well,
it's like you just took out what I think was the draw for a lot of people.
Yeah, like
it was never a game that I got into, but I could see how people would get into it, and it seems like they just literally. took
What
that.
I think is still gonna be cool about it is they're still gonna have the quirky weapons and stuff that you can make, which gets me kind of still happy about it. And the fact that it's still co-op. and
Resident
it's-
Evil still had guns.
Yeah, but Resident Evil wasn't an open world kind of build your own stuff type thing.
Yeah, but
I do laugh.
You're
how,
right. It had upgradable guns.
Not in 6, did it?
Yep.
There's better guns you found, but could you upgrade them
Yep.
in 6?
In 6, no.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm just
fine.
saying yep.
Told you guys, but no,
Everything.
the fact
Oh,
that
look! In their more recent gritty sequels, they took out features of the old
Yeah.
games.
but I mean,
Yep.
I don't necessarily think that the look was a good move to change, but the fact that it's now 2 players, it's going to be open world with no loading screens, kind of makes me really happy.
I don't really know what I'm saying, anyways, because I don't like Dead Rising.
No, well, I'm excited for it because looking at
that's a lie. I like the first third of every Dead Rising game.
when didn't you like K0 as well, or was it?
Yeah,
no.
because that game was about as long as...
I guess so. Yeah.
It was with the length of a third of the full game.
Yeah.
But no, I'm actually kind of excited for Dead Rising 3. Although somebody did point out
Capcom tricked me.
that
That
it's
Zero was so good. I was like, oh, new Dead Rising is going to be good to play the first third. I was like, nah, I don't like this anymore.
but no, somebody pointed out in the demo that it was really funny. It's like you're a mechanic, also call an artillery. Like okay,
Wow.
The
see,
first,
it made you laugh. It's quirky.
the first thing I asked was, has he covered wars and things?
covered
Has
wars. You know,
he covered Wars?
Has he covered wars?
covered wars. You know. But
If
yeah,
he hasn't, I don't want to play that game.
I don't like how they kind of pushed it into
You
a
were
sort of
Dead
darker.
Rising and off the record guy.
Yeah.
You were not.
Though I'm not gonna lie to you, I
No Chuck Green.
I like
all
Chuck
Frank
Green
West.
mainly because in the cutscenes it was you like it showed you wearing what you were wearing in the game. I did what a lot of people did and like found the most craziest outfit I could wear. So I had like a teddy bear head with booty cut shorts and like a ripped t-shirt, and I'm like consoling my daughter and being like, there, it's okay, but I'm wearing this like covered in blood and wearing the most crazy outfit ever.
It's gonna be all right.
Don't worry, honey, it's okay. Now I have to go ride this tricycle. It's ridiculous.
We should play what's it called? Case West.
Yeah, I never actually played that.
No,
You
that
never
was
bought it
It's
either.
a live arcade. I bought it because it went on sale for like 400 points or something at one point.
Oh.
It's a live arcade. It's like another Case Zero, except it's built for co-op where one person plays as Chuck and the other one plays as Frank West.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah.
That's real good.
But no, what I don't like
But
is
it's
they.
supposed to be the same length as Case Zero, so that's enough for me.
Perfect.
What I don't like about Dead Rising 3 is I don't like how they seem to be pushing it towards a little bit more creepier. Whenever he kind of explored this kind of dark house-looking thing, there was like zombies leaping out at you in
Yeah.
tense
And he
moments.
didn't stop to take pictures of them to gain
No.
experience. So.
But I do like in the gameplay, like you could just find weapons anywhere. Just like you can pick up anything. Picks up like a fucking pistol. Is like okay.
That kind of bothered me where it was like, yeah, you're going to have crazier crafting stuff, but I like the crafting system in like 2. You didn't need to.
Well, I do like that they let you do it anywhere.
Yeah, where you don't have to go back to the bench. But I don't know.
I'm excited for it. You guys will get to come over and try it.
Yeah.
So
Maybe I'll try it out before I purchase it.
we have to purchase it for.
Well, it's
Is it
Xbox
going to be a
One.
PC also? I don't-
Yeah, I think it was Capcom. It's going to be
probably.
They did Dead Rising 2 was day of release.
But Dead Rising 1 remains an Xbox
Exclusive.
360 exclusive.
Yeah.
So Kumar, did you get super jazzed about Killer Instinct on the Xbox One?
Not even a little bit.
It's free to play.
Still not even interested.
You'll get one character.
That's okay.
Jago v.
By the
Jago.
way. Okay.
No, not interested whatsoever.
Okay.
Unfortunately, no. That was a part of my childhood, and I enjoyed it both on the Super Nintendo and on the 64. But I don't like the direction that Rare has gone, and this game looks like it's a Mortal Kombat 9 wannabe.
Yeah.
And the reality of that is that I could just play Mortal Kombat 9 right now, and I'll get my fix.
What about Killer
You
Instinct?
could play it
Don't
on the
you-
Vita.
Don't you want to play KI?
Yeah, I can bust out my 64 and I can play it there. And that was the height of my enjoyment from the Killer Instinct universe.
We are being informed that it is not actually made by Rare.
It's
Oh, it's
Double
not even-
Helix.
So even
so the
further,
license is rare.
even further less interested.
All right, let me try and regain all of your interest now. So what if I told you Minecraft Xbox One edition was coming out?
Isn't it going to be the same as every other?
Yes, it's gonna probably have no.
so-
It'll probably have less restrictions though. But yes.
No, there's more restrictions because now you got to check in every hour.
Oh, your world. Oh, you have to check in, but your world isn't saved yet. Goodbye.
Yep.
Corruption. Yeah, there's that. They showed Metal Gear Solid 5. That's crazy. Super open world, horse stealthing.
Yeah.
That's pretty fun.
The one thing
That trailer was real cool.
yeah, it was really cool.
Apparently, there's a second trailer, an extended trailer, where there's like a torture scene in there. I didn't watch it yet, but apparently it's vicious.
Jeez.
So I'm excited for that game.
When's that? Is there a release date on it yet?
No, I do not believe so. No.
Okay.
When it's done.
Yeah, I guess.
Lots of stuff now is when it's done.
Yeah.
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 So that's kind of tough. But
Do you think whatever the first game was, where it was like, "We'll come out when it's done," everybody else was like, "Yo, just get these release dates off of these trailers. Just fucking put out when it's done."
Probably.
That I bet you that will be the case.
Well,
or,
I mean, they don't want to spoil the release date of the Xbox by saying they're coming out at a certain time, being Xbox.
yeah.
Who would do that, Dan? Jeez.
I don't know. It seems like it would be a pretty rare occurrence.
Yeah, you know, it's coming out in November. It's gonna be an Xbox exclusive. Shit.
It's gonna launch day and date with the Xbox. We are launching in November. Oh.
Guys, this just in and completely unrelated, but my mom thinks it's pronounced podcasting.
Podcasting?
Podcasting.
Oh, wow.
Pie crust?
P-O-T casting.
Welcome
Jesus.
to the Unity Gaming Pie Crust. We are flaky and delicious.
We will delish your tastes.
Thank you.
There's something else I'd like to take a second to address. When your parents learn how to text message, oh my god.
It's fun.
Oh my god.
I like when they send like large paragraphs.
Yeah, but and that's what it was, but it's just terrible. There's no like they're trying to abbreviate things that shouldn't be abbreviated.
The worst is when your parents start using LOL in a text message. Then
That's when you never speak to them again.
I'm like,
Oh, God.
Oh god. I actually called my father and went, "Dad, no,
Stop.
Don't ever do that. Yeah.
don't ever do that."
Anyways,
Why not? All the kids are doing it.
I'm
you
sorry.
don't get it.
I digress. I'm sorry.
That's good. So that's pretty much the Microsoft conference. They-
Okay, one other thing of the Microsoft conference was the fuck up for Battlefield 4.
that was the EA conference, wasn't it?
No, that was
No.
fucking
That was,
Microsoft.
That was the
Microsoft.
Microsoft. Oh, that's
EA?
right, because they were announcing the
Yeah,
exclusivity.
That's
EA
Microsoft.
went off fucking like
That's
without
right.
a hitch.
Yeah,
it
that's
was
right.
perfect. But Microsoft had that like dude who was like, "What do I do? Do I just like
He-
walk off stage? Do I just what?" Like,
He was
he's
okay
looking-
at first though. He was like, "Look at my shirt. We got this. It's totally live and shit." But then after it went on for too long, yeah.
Yeah,
He looked like he was about, right before that trailer started, he looked like he was going to run off stage and fucking tear out a dude's eyes for what was happening.
he looked so pissed off, and I was just like, Dan and I were making the joke that we were expecting him to come out like covered in blood and be like, "Here's our BF4
Now
trailer."
you get to see it.
I dealt with the issue.
The issue is dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
EA.
I can't think of anything else that was on the Microsoft one. What? Oh, they announced the price, $4.99.
How do you guys feel about it as a whole? There's a question to kind of.
I can sum it up in one word.
Oh, they did Quantum Break too. We missed that.
Yeah, well, I mentioned it slightly, but
Can sum that up in one word is meh. I have no interest in it. Yes, it's gonna have some cool exclusives, and I will probably pick it up in the future. But as a launch title or as a launch platform for me to get, I'm probably not going to. It's just it doesn't have enough hooks that will bring me into it.
What are the chances, Zombie? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being I'm buying it right away, day one, or 1 being go burn in hell?
Honestly,
feel?
probably sitting about a 6.
Okay.
Just because I want to have it because I have a PS3 and an Xbox 360 now.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
But
sure
it's
what a lot
not
of us.
something that I like. I'm gonna buy it in a bundle deal. That's
Yeah.
what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy it when the Halo 5 bundle deal comes out. I'll buy it for that. I'll get my gold whatever like 1 month trial out of it too. Play that Halo for as long as I played. Hopefully as long as I played Halo 4 because I played that for a long time. But like after that, no fucks. Like
no fucks in you.
What about you, Riccio? How do you feel? Scale of 1 to 10, and then final thoughts.
Mine's kind of skewed. I am getting a day one just because
Yep.
of the stuff that I like doing. I like trying everything, and it's expensive for no reason. I don't like that I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm about an 8.
Okay.
I'm about an 8. The only reason for that, and it's not to sound like a dick, and I don't mean it in this way, but I just mean for my situation myself, is that, yes, there's a lot of shitty restrictions and a whole bunch of shit, but, I mean, you can ask Dan. He's asked me to borrow some stuff. I'm actually surprised that he still has Azura's Wrath, and I don't normally lend people games. I don't trade back my games, so... for that sort of shitty DRM thing, that doesn't bother me too much. I know it's horseshit, but it doesn't bother me too much. The fact that it's always online, my internet's always kind of capable and kind of always up enough. And if not, we've got like an iPhone that I can just try
Tether
to
your
tether and just be like, okay, just fucking just connect so I can play another 24 hours. So there's always ways I can get around that stuff. So it wouldn't be too bad for me. But I know it's shitty as hell that people will have to deal with that. Not to mention that what they kind of showed today is that only 21 countries when it comes out will be able to actually connect.
Yeah.
That's kind of crappy.
You know what really shocked me about that?
Yeah.
There's a massive piece of the Midwest in the U.S.
Yeah,
that doesn't even have broadband.
Yeah.
Like that's you're an American company.
Yeah. And people were saying that like even in Australia, you'll have like a town that is sharing like 1 megabyte of like up and down, and it's going through the entire town, and it's always like cluttered with shit.
Yeah. Anyways, that's
what I'm saying. For my situation, it's not so bad, but
yeah.
I know how it sucks for so many places in the world to have to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
So that being said, for myself, I think it's going to be kind of cool and exciting to play with it. I really wish I didn't have to buy the Kinect or use that with it.
Yep.
Because I'm pretty sure the fucking huge chunk of the price is the Kinect.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate that I'm going to have to pay for Xbox Live and PlayStation Plus continuously.
Well, you
I
don't
hope
hate that you're going to...
PlayStation Plus, I don't mind.
Plus,
Yeah.
But Xbox Live, yes, kind of. And I mean, I fucking hope to God I'm going to find a job to help deal with all this stuff or be able to manage it. But
Well, just on the topic of like PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live.
yeah.
Like, fuck, I just got my Vita, got PlayStation Plus. Dan pointed out fucking brilliantly something. Of all my online downloads, I had some DLC, like 2 games.
You never paid for anything. It was demos and the free stuff from when the PSN was down.
Yeah, and now I have like 20 titles on my
Yeah, the
online
rest is
account.
all like crazy PlayStation Plus stuff.
Fucking great. Thank you, Sony. Awesome. Like,
For $50 a year, less than the cost of a retail game.
and it's already paid for itself, whereas was a loyal Xbox Gold membership subscriber for like 3 or 4 years or something like that. I got jacked to show for it.
But yeah, so what people are bringing up in the chat is that
number beside your name.
what people are bringing up in the chat is that some people like who live in actual like crazy cities. Like we have got a buddy online who lives in like New York and has shitty internet, like that he can't really rely on. So, like as I'm saying, like I consider myself absolutely super lucky that here in Ottawa has decent, reliable internet. It's expensive, yes, but it is at least more reliable than a lot of people.
Yeah, it works.
A lot of which so I consider myself lucky for that. But it's crazy. And yes, Tandyman in the chat mentions a video that accidentally got aired on Spike TV where I can't remember his name, the dude from Microsoft.
Don Matrick.
Don Matrick. Put out and said like, oh well, if I understand that there's like somebody who lives in a nuclear nuclear sub doesn't have internet, but he's like, well, we have a solution for those people, and it's to stick with the Xbox 360, which.
That was this.
That's a cold slap on the groin.
And I feel like there's nothing like they said they're gonna keep doing things for the Xbox 360 for the next 5 years, but I feel like there's literally nothing actually good that's gonna come out in those
They're
next 5
gonna
years.
turn it into a media center like that.
Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare.
But those will all be like hand-me-downs from like other fucking companies that are gonna work on it. I'm not saying the companies gonna work on it are gonna be crappy, but I mean it's not gonna be like the better polished version. Like it's almost gonna force you like, okay, well this is the kind of crappier version of it, maybe with less features. I have to upgrade to the Xbox One to get the good one.
Yeah.
Can I say something about this actually? You know what's kind of funny? Think back at all the consoles that have come out, right?
Yeah.
So the NES, the SNES, the 64.
Yeah.
The 64
Nintendo.
was so this is from Nintendo.
Okay.
So
Are you looking at my shirt here?
No. Actually, I can't see either way. I don't have my glasses on.
It's all the Nintendo stuff up to the GBA.
So check this out. So looking at from a mainstream living room console, right? So the NES, the SNES, and the 64. The 64 was a flop for Nintendo comparatively to their previous
That's where
two
I
consoles,
got in.
right?
Okay.
Then you've got the PlayStation,
Actually, no, it's SNES.
the PlayStation 2, and the PlayStation 3. The PlayStation 3 was Sony's, I guess, flop, essentially.
Well, they came out strong with PS1 and PS2, but
and then they kind of rode it down.
PS3 took a really long time to get going.
Yeah, they took a shit with it, right? And then now if you look at Microsoft, the Xbox, the Xbox 360, the Xbox One.
Yeah.
And this seems like the least well-planned of the three of them. You can even use Sega for that matter. I think it was Genesis, Saturn, and Dreamcast.
Yep.
Same shit. Like this seems to be the usual
trend.
thing.
Yeah.
If you look at past consoles kind of thing, the third iteration of whatever console has always been the one that's struggled the most.
Yeah.
Not to say that Microsoft's will, but I mean, all things right now are pointing to it going through that.
It seems like I feel like it does seem like that. I feel like Microsoft is still going to pull through, probably crappily from what it seems, at least after the PlayStation conference for sure. But
the problem is that internet people, they can talk all they want, but at the end of the day,
it's the numbers.
Millions of people are still going to go out and buy the
Yeah.
exclusive Xbox Halo edition.
Yep.
Because they want to play Halo.
Yeah.
And I will be one of those people. I hate to admit it, but I fucking love me some Halo,
Dan,
and I will
Dan,
go
what
out and
about
buy
you?
it.
We haven't gotten a number from you yet.
oh yeah, sorry.
What's your number?
here's the thing. I will always own both consoles.
Yeah.
But
You're like me.
I will do the reverse of what I did this generation. This generation, I bought everything on Xbox 360 that I could, and then stuff on PC, and then stuff on PS3 that were exclusives that I would only play the exclusives on those consoles. This next generation, I'm going all in PS4.
Yeah.
I will get an Xbox One, probably just to play Halo, Quantum Break, Forza, that kind of stuff. But I won't be getting any multi-platform stuff.
Okay.
I'm hoping that I will be able to be your sort of like quote unquote good guy Riccio. If you guys want to try some Xbox One stuff, come on down and try it. But
and Dan, what about an interest level in from a numbers perspective? 10, you want to buy it day one. 1, go burn in hell.
Well,
How
it's
do you
like
feel?
You're like me.
were you
You're-
telling the
you're
Xbox
sitting-
One to
you're-
go burn
you're
in hell, or you
interested-
saying-
it's like a 6 or a 7.
Yeah,
because
you're exactly-
eventually
Okay.
I will get it when there's some sort of bundle with a couple of the games that I want. But until then, I will use the PlayStation 4 as my main platform.
that's it.
Especially because the PlayStation 4 has more powerful specs than my PC.
yeah.
Mhm.
So
See, I'm in a real. Maybe somebody in the chat or maybe one of our listeners can give me a hand with this if you got this far. I'm in a real bind right now because I'm at the point where I don't need to upgrade my PC, but I have the option to do so, and the option would be about. I think I calculated it would be like between $700 to $1,000 in parts, and then I would be set for another 4 years, and I would be done. I'd be good on my PC. Or do you think maybe I should just do what Dan's doing and kind of go all in on the PS4 and do it that way?
So my response to that was what we talked about earlier. Is that I'd say look where it sounds really weird. Look where your friends are going.
Yep.
Because that's what you're going to play with for a lot of the multiplayer stuff. That's not like.
especially with the cool way that the PS4 does all the like, hey, watch me play. Then
Yeah.
you can take over and that type of stuff.
Because what you're looking at right now is you already have a laptop that works. You do have enough pieces to build a PC, but you're missing a video card, which is if you get the lower, like say you wanted the 770 or the 780, say you get the 770, it's at least $400 plus tax.
Yep.
So that's about the same price that you're gonna be. Well, it's the same price you're gonna be playing to be at a PlayStation 4. So do you want to spend that and then be playing stuff on the PC? But then that means you have to buy the PC version of stuff, so maybe you won't be able to play with us.
Yeah, like it's this weird middle ground because, like
For
I
that
said,
price, you get the PlayStation 4 with all those free-to-play games that are going to be out at launch.
True.
Yep.
Plus, you're already a subscriber to PlayStation Plus now,
Yep.
which is going to last you well into the PS3's launch.
Yep.
Which they promised one free game a month on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
it's pretty awesome. It's pretty phenomenal. So
Yeah.
I think I'm probably
You've
gonna
got the Vita, which is like that like
Wii U.
need to get
Yeah.
accessory
Yep.
for the PlayStation 4. I
Yep.
think you should get a PlayStation 4.
Oh well, I'm gonna be getting the PlayStation 4
No, but I'm
regardless.
saying you shouldn't upgrade.
Yeah.
Shouldn't upgrade. I should
Because
just
you're going to be putting all your time into that PS4 and
Zombie.
Vita stuff anyway.
So I should just bank that, like, because I've got the CPU already ordered. I got an amazing deal on that. So I should just bank it for now and hold on to it.
What I would do with your money is bank it, maybe do what I'm doing and kind of get like a nice sort of your launch lineup of PS4 titles.
Yep.
And then come Christmas, we're going to have Boxing Day in Canada here. And
yeah.
boom, get yourself like a 780 or 770. Because around that time, anything coming out now is still not next gen. So you won't need that upgrade yet.
True.
But the second that next gen comes, maybe you're going to have higher fidelity games coming on PC as well.
But I think
ports
I feel
and-
like the ports would still be a little lower.
Probably.
And
Yeah.
it would probably be another year and a half before we really get into those high fidelity games
Yeah.
that are going to be pushing. Because right now, like, I've got a 2 gig dedicated card with 16 gigs of RAM and an i7. Like,
Yeah.
I am by no means.
I think you've already answered your own question,
Yeah.
man.
yeah.
Get a PS4, save
Yeah.
it, bank it,
For you to
pre-order a
upgrade
fuck ton
now,
of stuff.
I think is a lot. It's a missed opportunity in some ways, and it's a lost cause in others.
Yeah.
It's a missed opportunity in the sense that you're right with what you're saying, where games that are going to require that type of hardware are not here yet.
Yeah.
That's just the reality of it.
Yeah,
The-
so maybe I will do that. Maybe I'll just bank that CPU I've got, or if somebody wants to buy
Or sell
a
it.
really nice CPU.
you said that you were considering selling it. You should consider selling it, and then when there's another opportunity for you to buy
What'd
a
you
better one, then
What'd you say
do
that CPU was worth like five grand, right? So you should sell it for $1,000. If anybody's listening,
No, it's the
Kidding.
CPU's.
It's like
that. The CPU itself is
$300
worth $1,000
It's
or
the
something.
third.
Not
It's
even.
the third best i7. No, it's the third best i7, including the Extreme editions. So it's a $600 processor. So it's a pretty beastly.
you gotta no, you shouldn't. You should have been like, oh, this is my ad to Craigslist. It's actually like $8,000, but you gotta pay me at least 2,000. No.
Now, I gotta
The informed consumer would not deal with that bullshit.
not at all.
They would,
Somebody
they would
might.
treat you like Microsoft and give you the boot, man.
Yeah.
That's what they would do.
So maybe I will put up a Kijiji ad or something once I get it in my hands.
But,
See if I can get 500 out of it.
Don't worry, bro. We'll support you regardless of which.
That'll
decision
pay
you
for a
make.
PS4 and another year of PlayStation
Yeah.
Plus.
Yeah, that's
launch
the thing.
games.
Yeah, that is true.
But so anyways, you want to move on to the EA or Ubisoft conference? Which one? EA.
EA
was
We'll
first.
do EA.
Sports.
Sports.
Battlefield 4, crazy
case,
destruction.
That thing made me fucking. I want Battlefield 4 so badly now.
So
That's it.
And I could care less because I dislike the
So what-
core gameplay about.
So what happened in the Battlefield 4 demo is that it was just like Battlefield 4 multiplayer, except for there was a main tower in the middle of the city, and they shot it down, and it was a massive kind of skyscraper. So what they actually said in the interviews is this is based on something called Levolution, where they want the levels to kind of evolve over time as you're playing on that one round. However, from what it sounds like is that each level is going to quote unquote have a gimmick. On that map, it was that tower can fall down, and then the flag is in the rubble after. And every map is going to have something that can be just like just fucking annihilated into changing the world.
Battlefield 4 split second.
So it
Yep.
seems really cool. I don't care if it's one thing that changed it. The fact that that could happen or could not happen is sweet. And even how, like, in the demo where they were in a parking garage and they shot out a column and the tank just fucking crashed through the sea. That was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was
crazy.
just phenomenal.
It's
And
crazy.
the fact that, like, I know it was kind of scripted where they had the skyscraper, falling over, like
Yeah.
they had tanks roll up and shoot
Yeah.
it down. But like the fact that the one dude in the squad like walked up to the window and shot it out and then jumped out of the window
Yeah.
without like a second thought,
Yeah.
just right there, I was like, okay, I'm fucking buying this game.
And they did announce that on the PS4 it'll be 64 players, 60 frames per second probably.
That's crazy.
So that's crazy. That's actually what I wanted to
It's
mention.
like Mag 2.0.
That's what I wanted to mention though before we jumped away from the Xbox One is that Microsoft said they're putting out like 300,000 servers or something, or they're going to have. Apparently Xbox One is going to be primarily all their multiplayer is going to be all dedicated servers. Sony hasn't really mentioned anything. So what I'm worried about, I know EA is not going to be a problem because they always have dedicated servers, but I wonder if despite all that, maybe the Sony games are maybe going to lag a little bit more. Although now that they're charging for playing online with PlayStation Plus, I'm pretty sure they'll have that money to be like, okay,
I feel
these
like
servers are okay.
Yeah, I feel like because the one thing I took away from the Microsoft press conference was cloud computing
Yeah.
as like the big buzzword. I feel like Sony's gonna either in the next month or two come up with a response to that and be like cloud computing,
Or
as
just
well.
make better
They already
games.
have a response. It's just a matter of when they
Gaikai stuff.
announce it.
Yeah. Yep.
Streaming the games instead of playing them on the console. Yeah.
Yep.
But so yeah, so EA showed Battlefield 4. What else did they show? They announced Mirror's Edge 2, which I fucking flipped my shit about.
Yep. It was so funny
You're
because
excited
Dan,
about that
as
one,
soon
right?
as Dan saw like the Mirror's Edge, he's like, Riggio's probably flipping his shit. And then like I look at my phone and the like 15 texts from you are just like incomprehensible letters.
Yeah.
And there's like, oh, yeah, he's losing it.
It's in common Riccio practice, right?
Of
Yeah.
course. Then they announced some sweet ass NBA 2K14.
You're jumping the gun.
Fine.
That was at the Sony conference.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, it was.
Son of a bitch. I don't know. What else did they? No, they did Ignite. So they showed FIFA and they showed Madden.
And
Rivals.
Live 14 NBA.
Yeah. What else did they announce? There's something
Oh,
else.
the big news from I'm thinking.
Peggle
2.
Fucking oh my god. And
That's
he jumped.
actually what
Yeah.
got me the most excited.
Peggle 2.
Yeah. That and Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare and Plants vs Zombies 2, I guess.
Not Garden Warfare.
Yeah.
Isn't Plants vs Zombies or wasn't it supposed to be coming out at the end of July?
Yeah, something like that. and
Is
then
that
it got
still-
pushed.
On iOS and
Is that still
handheld,
going?
Yeah. That's
At
still
the end of July.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. 'Cause
free to play as well.
we're halfway through. Are you kidding?
Yeah, it's free to play.
We're already halfway through June.
Yep.
Surprise.
Garden Warfare is actually pretty funny. It at first it was kind of starting like this looks fucking dumb. Like, are you serious? And then as it went on, I was like, this looks pretty fucking cool. And then as it ended, it was like that was pretty funny and that looked interesting and look real cool.
I can't
I
imagine. they're
really
gonna drop
like the
ball.
Battlefield fake out at the beginning of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was real good.
Yeah.
Also, the Battlefield music is degrading rapidly.
It's not even music; it's just noise.
Are you gonna get the Battlefield game with all those birds, Kumar?
Actually, here's a question for you guys.
I don't know actually.
Here, Battlefield 4. I have it currently pre-ordered for PC. Should I switch that to PlayStation 4?
I'm gonna get it on PS4.
I'm not getting it.
I'm gonna get it PS4. That's what I'm gonna
I'm
do.
not getting it right away.
Kumar, join me.
Part of why is because I tend to agree with Dan. When I played Battlefield 3, when I saw Battlefield 3 for the first time, I shot my pants thrice, and then I got to play it, and I was underwhelmed like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah,
and
it just doesn't feel fun to play.
Did you
Well,
play
I
in the
have-
beta?
I have really, really good appreciation for for the way that they've made it and for the attention to detail and all this squad-based stuff. And I love their theory, but I hate their practice. I can't stand it. It's just not a game that I've ever really truly
it's like
enjoyed
I
playing.
appreciate that this exists.
Yeah,
But
and I'm
I
glad
don't
they have
want
it
to play
because
any second of it.
there's a huge community behind it, and I'm glad. I'm glad there's competition out there for Call of Duty. But I mean,
Doesn't matter. Call of Duty added a dog, so
Woof.
yeah, that's all we needed, right? Forget all those birds. That one dog just did it for me.
Yeah. But
Call of Duty is just something I've enjoyed playing more when it comes to multiplayer. And
Their campaign's better.
is it?
Yeah.
all this Battlefield 4 one's looking pretty crazy.
See, if I was gonna buy it, I would buy it for the campaign.
coming out of playing Black Ops 2, Riccio,
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
Battlefield 4 looks impressive.
Yeah.
You
I still haven't
clearly
even-
have no taste in.
I still haven't even beat
story
the.
campaigns, then.
I haven't even beat the campaign in Black Ops 2.
It is, I liked it. I like how you could have multiple stuff and stuff, but multiple ways to go through stuff and stuff.
Multiples.
I don't know. I just like how
Actually-
Battlefield 4 really approaches it from like a fucking crazy movie.
This will blow your
Yeah,
mind.
that's
Are you
what
ready
I
for
like
this?
about it.
I still haven't even seen all the guns in Black Ops 2.
Really?
There's guns that
Actually, I don't
haven't
think I
even
have either.
I haven't even played the game.
There's still this one
I haven't
single firing
touched-
rifle that I want to get to. I've never got to it.
I haven't
so
touched
stop.
any of it.
You still haven't even played it?
The
I
Black
have not
Ops
touched
2
any of
story
it.
campaign is a fantastic campaign. Inside or outside of Call of Duty doesn't matter. That's a fantastic
Yeah.
story. mode.
Mind you, the
Yeah.
Black Ops,
No.
the first one had a good storyline as well.
Yeah.
They did a good
Yeah.
job with it.
Ghost is looking like it's gonna be a pretty sweet one too. We have to remember that Ghost's reveal happened after last podcast.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
true.
yeah. Call of Duty Ghosts revealed.
Yeah, that
E3,
looks really
before
cool. I
E3.
really like what they're doing with a lot of the scenery. As much as the graphics maybe don't look as crazy as something like Battlefield 4, what they're doing with the colors and the locations and
Dynamic fish.
yeah,
See, here's the thing. I think my turning point, just coming back, just to touch on this one last time here.
Sure.
My turning point with Battlefield 3 versus Call of Duty was when I ran both of them at the same settings, and I got a very, very smooth 60 out of Call of Duty, and I got a very lame, 25 out of
yeah.
Battlefield.
Just because you state that now, do you want to know why that was actually the case, Kumar?
Why is it?
It's because there's a blue filter that's applied to everything,
Okay.
and it destroys your performance.
Oh, okay.
Because everything has to be rendered in normal color, and then it has to be pushed through a filter.
You guys are going to think I'm a child, but you know what else really made me mad?
What?
The fact that I had to launch it through a browser.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, do I want to get on the console?
I could not believe that. I can't even tell you how frustrating that was.
But
Especially because it wasn't working for the first 40 minutes I was trying it.
yeah. But the reason I also want to get it on consoles maybe is just because on PC I used to enjoy it when I had like a vent full of like 12 people and going at it.
Yeah.
I don't really do that anymore.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to go on consoles, other people probably won't either. So it'll be a level playing field of people not communicating.
Yeah.
Because now if you go into Battlefield 3 on PC, you're just
getting
going to get into like a fucking clan server and they'll just be like communicating like crazy.
And
it's
they're just
over.
gonna wreck you.
Yeah, it's over.
So
yeah.
get it on PS4 because I'm gonna get it on the PS4.
All right, I will then have to cancel my PC and continue.
All right.
All right. Anyways, so there was that. I feel like there's something else maybe, but
From EA's conference?
yeah, nothing.
No, the highlights were Mirror's Edge. Did they talk? They didn't talk about Titanfall at all.
No. I don't think so.
No, who's publishing Titanfall?
Yeah.
Is it EA?
Yeah,
Yeah,
EA
they
and
definitely
Respawn.
they talked about it then.
Yeah.
Seems a little bit surprising that EA...
Well, would you not want all the talent at Respawn making a game for you?
No, I would, but I'm just
Like,
saying
that's-
it's still surprising.
It's gonna be a gold mine.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna
Talking
be.
to the mic.
I feel like they've advanced enough in their game and added some pretty great hooks into it that it should be pretty phenomenal. And if the campaign is real good, then bam, problem
Yeah.
solved.
Yeah.
Like, I hate to say this, but it could be the next Call of Duty.
Well, I mean,
Potentially.
Titanfall?
They're talented enough that it wouldn't be surprising.
Yeah.
It's only multiplayer though.
I thought there was a little bit of like
No,
co-op campaign.
I think what they're trying to do is put story into the way the multiplayer works.
Okay.
Like have battles mean something.
But it's so they did a good job because it's so deceiving to like look at that and think this is campaign, right?
Yeah.
No, it's just a multiplayer match.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
You know what's kind of weird, actually?
Phenomenal.
It's kind of strange that there are going to be people out there who are really not going to know that the creators behind that game are actually Call of Duty creators. And so they're going to end up seeing two games that year. So
Yeah.
one being Call of Duty, that's going to say Call of Duty, and the other saying from the creators of Call of Duty.
Yeah.
They're gonna be
Yeah.
like, what
Well, the
the
other
hell?
thing to realize that Titanfall is coming out 6 months after Call of Duty normally does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. So there's going to be enough downtime that most people will have, like, the hardcore will remain in the Call of Duty, so to speak.
Yeah.
You'll have that dip off of, like the casual players dropping off and then maybe popping in every once in a while, and Titanfall could probably fill that void pretty well.
Can I say something really random that's completely kind of somewhat out of context?
Sure.
So the new consoles are coming out end of this year, probably by the end of this year. Yes. When what's crazy is that the past like 7 years that we've been playing video games, and it's probably been like not the highlight, but the most amount of gaming we've done is now going to be like someone's generation that they've never played.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, but didn't you say you just jumped into the 64?
No, I jumped in at the SNES.
Yeah, but somebody's going to go back and be like, "Oh, I'm going to retro play that
But, like,
360."
I
And I'm like,
wasn't-
what the fuck?
I wasn't like.
Dan, what was your first console?
A Nintendo 64.
Yeah, see, that blows my mind. That
Then
shit
a GameCube,
blows my
and
mind.
then an Xbox 360.
You have no idea how foreign
The fact
that
that an Xbox One and a PS4 could be someone's first console is like,
It's
wow.
just like what?
I've only had 4 video game consoles.
Damn.
That's
Damn.
craziness. I still have an Atari in my room.
An N64, which is right here. A GameCube, which is right here.
And
An
then a
Xbox
PS3
and a
and 360.
PS3, which are at my house.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
intense.
so you have handheld consoles too.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, there's handheld.
You
ones.
big liar.
GBAs.
I had a GBA, I had a DS Lite, I have a Vita.
Anyways, let's move on to the next conference thingy so we can get through these. Ubisoft.
What was crazy about that? Because I missed the Ubisoft and
The
Sony.
two-
Are you? Wait, Devin. You okay?
I missed them. I was.
It was the game. It was that game that you guys showed me.
Yeah.
That,
Well, that Kumar was like,
that was.
okay. So
Well,
so
we're not gonna wait till he watches the trailer. We're gonna talk.
no,
about it.
Let's preface this by saying that every time that Yves Guillermo comes on, I always tell Dan he's gonna say something like, "Oh, we've been working really hard. I hope you like this. Here's the trailer." And then
he's
just
such a humble
play some-
guy.
Yeah, just says like, "Just enjoy this." Like I don't know,
Such a
maybe you
humble
like
guy.
this. I don't know. And he always just comes out with the fucking craziest trailer after he says that. So he did that at the start, and then they showed Watch Dogs, right? That's what
okay.
it was.
Well,
Alright.
that was last year.
Yeah.
It was last
Yeah.
year.
Oh yeah, no,
Watch
this
Dogs.
year what they showed
It was
crew,
It was the crew, and then the other one right at the end.
Yeah, so he
What was it
comes
called?
in.
The Division or something.
Yeah,
What was it? Is that what it's called?
yeah, the division.
The Division.
Division.
Yeah. So anyways, he starts it off and he does that, and I'm like, oh, here we go. Here's the big fucking shocker right at the start, and it's the crew, which is this crazy racing
Which,
game.
yeah, it looks pretty cool. But
Yeah.
it wasn't like okay, it's
Well,
blowing my fucking mind.
it was blowing my mind whenever I realized that it's an entire map of the U.S., kind of smaller, of course, but no loading screens. You could drive from one end to the other. It takes about an hour and a half to do that, and it's 4-player kind of co-op and like clans, and you're doing stuff and fighting people. That seems kind of neat, but
Yeah, it seemed pretty cool. The trailer and the little dev blog thing that I saw today was
Yeah.
on that.
what's neat is that Ubisoft seems to be approaching things in a major like community kind of let's get a lot of people into a single player style game and make them have lots of fun. Or they're trying it at least. We'll see what how Watch Dogs does first. But anyway, so that Yves Guillermo came out and did that, and then to jump to the end, sort of, the entire conference goes by, and then after
Well,
they,
I mean, he introduced the only 2 new things they
Yeah.
showed.
yeah, I guess so.
They showed Rayman Legends. They showed Assassin's Creed. They showed they showed Just Dance 2014. But
Yeah. But
yeah, it was just a lot of repeats.
so yeah, they showed. I think they showed a little bit more Assassin's Creed. I think, or did they? No.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
That was like the shit demo. That was the one that.
No, that was the PlayStation.
Oh,
one.
no,
that was at the
yeah, never
PlayStation
mind.
conference.
So what's funny is that all this stuff goes by, and then I forget her name. The chick from Archer was still talking and doing her stuff. Aisha Tyler, and then Yves Guillermo just kind of sneaks on stage, and she's kind of confused, like, "Oh, what's going on?" Like it's totally planned, but he's like, "Oh, I just want to thank everybody for watching, and I hope you like this." I'm like, "He's fucking doing it again!" And then of course, like the fucking trailer for Division comes on, and it's just like, "Oh, what the fuck is?" And then like it starts the gameplay, and it looks all crazy and shit, and then
You know what it reminds me of?
it's insane.
It's a hybrid between Watch Dogs
Yeah,
and
it looks like it's definitely the Watch Dogs engine.
What was that game that I recently played? You're in Dubai, crazy story.
Oh, Spec Ops: The
Spec
Line.
Ops.
I always
So
call it like Last Warrior.
It seems
It's always
like
one-
a hybrid between those 2 games.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's got my fucking
It-
attention
It's-
now.
So Devin, let me try to explain to you. It's like a single. It's almost like DayZ as well, because
Okay.
you're looting and pillaging towns and stuff, and it's Manhattan from what that showed. But there's also he walks up in the trailer or the gameplay demo. He walks up and there's like a tunnel, and apparently what that was signifying is if you were to go down there, it would start like a dungeon of them going through the tunnel and doing whatever the hell that quest was. Instead, they go to a police station and they ransack it or they try to get to it. But it's like MMO almost.
Yeah, there was a
Where
crazy battle and everything.
yeah, so but it's like DayZ because they were going there to like get water and like learn map stuff and all that crazy crap. But the combat looks insane. There's a crazy attention to detail in it where like the dude's like sliding and there's a car door open and he kind of like just smoothly like closes it as he's going by.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
There's like this grenade that rolls and blows shit up. There's like there's a lot of crazy shit.
the grenade was hilarious.
so
but
is it like future set or is it like
It's like
alternate
I-
world
I-
now?
I would say it's alternate.
like
Near
right
future.
away post-apocalypse.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Oh,
but it's like near future-ish.
Days after, basically.
Zombie. It's got like a little bit of a Borderlandsy feel to it,
Yeah.
Okay.
where every time like you make a hit, you'll see health coming off the.
Yeah, enemies have health bars.
It looks like a much
you're gonna
more.
get XP when you kill someone.
It's just a gritty version of Borderlands kind
That
of.
sounds
Yeah.
pretty phenomenal, actually.
but with PvP.
Yeah.
But what's really crazy
What's
is
really
For some reason, the PvP like aspect of that randomly reminded me of APB. For like
Yeah.
some dumb reason,
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
APB is fun. But what's really crazy is that what they showed in the gameplay demo is somebody was playing on a tablet, and what their job was, they were controlling a sort of not UAV, but a little like 4-rotor helicopter thing that kind of scouts, and what it was doing is giving them damage buffs and pointing out where
Toys R
enemies
Us
were.
model.
But it was really cool that some dude was on a tablet, just kind of like, yeah, no, I'm helping you guys out. All right, I'm heading out, dudes. Gotta go have lunch. Just signs off. His
And
dude
they,
kind of
and they
flies away.
showed off that you could do that with the same type of thing with Watch Dogs as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, it's true. But yeah, so that was fucking crazy. That if anybody hasn't seen the gameplay trailer for the Division, check it out. It's a Tom Clancy game. That also was shocking.
Yeah, it was a little bit surprising.
Well, it's like they showed the Division and then they like slowly faded in Tom Clancy.
Clancy. Billy, 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 Billy. But
that was the music.
yeah, that show was crazy.
That sounds pretty phenomenal,
It
actually.
looks cool. I
But-
hope it turns out to be that entertaining and that they do a good job with it.
Yeah, but like Dan was also saying for Watch Dogs is the dude kind of like did something on his D-pad that was like searching for other people who can take over via tablet or something.
Yeah, searching for tablet helper or
Yeah.
something like that.
And then the dude was just kind of like raising those the poles.
He
to,
was
like, crash
doing the
cars
like
and-
phone hacky stuff.
Yeah. So the dude was just focusing on running away. He's like hiring things, like blowing cars out, and fucking it was crazy. It
Eat a
was,
frame chopper.
yeah, that shit was crazy. It was really cool.
For also seeing that CGI trailer that they showed of Watch Dogs, it made me realize that Watch Dogs is kind of like the natural evolution of the Assassin's Creed series.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
It's like modern Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
But yeah. Anyways, Ubisoft fucking knocked it out of the park. Up to that point in that day, it was like, all right, Ubisoft, you won again. This is good.
Yeah.
And then that was it. Then it was PlayStation, right?
Yep. Well, there's a big 2-hour gap.
Yeah, there's a big
when
ass
it's
2 hour
PlayStation.
gap. Played a fuck ton of Sanctum, and then
I turned off my game State of Decay during that.
nice. So PlayStation comes on, has an very awesome sort of intro. They always have really good trailers that kind of showcases everything coming out of what
Well,
they're
they
going to
kind
show.
of started like the Xbox conference did, where they started, hey, here's PS3 stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
They talked about Vita stuff right early on
Yep.
too.
They got like the current gen stuff out of the way, sort of.
And then they talked about video services for like
A good while.
a wonder book
Probably.
amount of time.
Yeah. It wasn't that bad though, but I did zone out. I did successfully completely zone out. I have no idea what happened in that part of the conference.
I went and go went to go make a smoothie.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what I did.
Nice.
But they talked about like how they're going to get Sony Pictures and all this craziness to only be available on the streaming service.
You know why they do that though, right? That's not directed towards us. That's directed towards their shareholders.
Yeah, I know.
That's why they have to do that.
Yeah. But anyways, after that, what they did was by far the coolest sort of presentation for indie games,
Yeah.
where they got was it 8 or 9 or 7?
it was 7.
7 indie game developers to each have one screen, a massive screen on the I don't know
Stage?
the stage, and they each had their own game going. They're like, these are all
So
indie
what was
developers.
it? It was Don't Starve.
Yeah, Don't Starve, Outlast.
Outlast, New and Tasty Oddworld.
Yeah.
thing.
Some crazy Western top-down twin stick crazy animation shooter,
The Transistor.
Transistor.
That was the Bastion game, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the
Some
Super Giant games.
Yeah, some zombie RTS kind of looking game.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And
the-
Octodad,
Yes.
Devin. Okay.
Nice.
Octodad, and there was the
I'm
like
excited for that.
space top-down.
Oh, yeah.
shooter things. Maybe that's 8.
Oh, I'll do that.
But what was really cool is that the way Jack Trenton, I think, was it Jack Trenton or was it the other guy who was
It
talking
was
about it? Was the other dude?
it was
right?
the indie guy
Yeah.
at that point. It's Adam Boys.
But Adam Boys, yeah, he mentioned to one of them, and that's what kind of made me smile. Whenever the dude was like, this one guy, like one of the guys that had up on stage playing his game, he was just like,
That was the zombie guy, wasn't
yeah,
it?
the zombie guy. He's like, he messaged me saying there's no way in hell that we'd ever contact them again to say like, yeah, sure, publish on our console. So instead we put him on the stage to
Yeah.
show it. I was like, that is
Yeah.
fucking so sweet.
And the guy smiled and
Yeah.
was like, motherfucker.
Yeah. But what's cool is they also mentioned that you'll be able to self-publish your indie games on the PS4.
Yep.
Which
I think
is
that's gonna
And
be
that-
craziness.
yeah, that's
gonna be awesome.
absolutely
Shortly
fucking
after
cool.
that, they showed that 3 of those indie games we just saw would be free. They would be free on PlayStation Plus.
Yep.
Including Outlast. So Riccio, that share button's gonna be getting used quite a bit.
Yeah.
Outlast, Don't Starve, and what was the other one?
We don't even have
It
to
was the
buy him a
top-down
copy.
shooter.
Oh yeah, that
One.
I can't remember. We're sorry, indie dude, we don't remember it, but it looked pretty fantastic.
Z-type or something like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, it was Galaxy.
Oh, that's it.
That's what it
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
I think.
But yeah, so those games that they showed are also making their exclusive console debut. Is what somebody in the chat's mentioning, which is pretty cool. So
Hey, this is kind of funny. Everyone was like, "Oh, we're gonna see a proper God of War on the Vita."
yeah,
They're like, "Hey, God of War Collection, which came out 2 years back, is now coming to the Vita."
yeah,
Nice.
that's true.
It's like fantastic. Thanks.
Well,
guys.
and they showed that new Order 1896 or whatever it
yeah,
was.
yeah.
But they started with that's ready at dawn.
Yeah,
So I
Yeah.
thought it was gonna be like, oh, are they gonna just a new God of War game for
It
Vita or
was
something?
confusing.
No,
It was really
just-
confusing.
I really liked the way that trailer played out. It was like, okay, old timey looking stuff, old timey looking weapons. Dude's
They
kind of like
got
swords.
guns now,
And then it was
though,
like,
so
oh,
that's
guns, yeah. And then it,
magic guns.
yeah, just electricity on the guns.
Yeah,
I'm like,
then
what
shit
the
just started-
fuck? And then
started
like
escalating.
werewolves. I'm like, okay, now hold on.
Wow, that escalated
now I'm
quickly.
interested. And it looks like it's 4-player co-op and crazy. Could be cool.
They're just
That's
trying to pay homage to Twilight.
Yeah.
That's what they're trying.
No, the love story. You're shooting love out of your guns so that the werewolves mate.
Wow.
Be a weird PlayStation 4 title.
Then they moved into the actual
Games.
potatoes. Yeah.
Which it was really sad to watch the Assassin's Creed 4.
Yeah, because
like
it
really?
looked amazing.
And it was-
so good.
the people I was watching with, I'm pretty sure Kumar, you heard it. What was sad is that the game was running at the smoothest 60 frames I've seen Assassin's Creed gameplay. Like,
Okay.
And there was a lot of shit
and
going
there's
on too.
explosion shit going on. He was running through like foliage and like
It all went downhill when he ran up to the
What happened?
dude
When,
and he
like,
like
that ridge
bumped
thing?
into him instead of assassinating him.
yeah,
Yeah.
But then like still hitting the like grass stuff.
Yeah.
It was fine, but it was like, oh, this demo is not going. It's
Was
just
was
like-
the guy playing it? Was the guy playing it just fucked
Yeah.
up?
no. So what was,
Well, it's because
it's like every time it was streaming in part of the level.
It would just it would freeze temporarily.
Yeah,
And then it would-
and then
keep going.
it would resume. It was almost like, almost kind of like, oh, did my stream
yeah. Like,
mess up maybe for a couple seconds there? Like,
but then it would pan out and show the guy too, and he's still moving. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, no, don't
And then right at the end when they were probably gonna do the like big like
finish.
Assassin's Creed 4 reveal thing.
yeah,
It was
like,
probably
they'll put the
loading
name and
in.
everything.
Yeah, it was probably loading
It,
in
like,
that animation.
hard locked and like crashed.
Oh,
It was still moving kind of, but the guy just kind of looks down like, fuck.
He actually shook his. He actually shook his head. Like
Yeah,
he
he's
put his
like,
head down and just shook his head.
oh, that's just too bad.
But the thing is like you had the Battlefield thing kind of fuck up in the Microsoft conference, and people were kind of heckling the dude a little bit.
Yeah.
And this, people were just silent, like they were nice. They
Yeah.
were like, because they knew it. They're just like, fuck, that's gotta suck.
Not even just that, but I
But the
think
game looked good.
I think now people are kind of realizing that the company as a whole and the studio as a whole they've proven themselves so many times.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? This was a technical issue that will not be present in Final Build.
Yeah,
Gold
th-
Master.
they've
There's
got-
no way.
Yeah, they've got a decent enough reputation from
Yeah.
delivering good quality games.
People might still have like
consistently.
foul tastes in their mouth.
Yeah.
from
Well,
Assassin's
I think
Creed
it's
3,
also
but-
a very different like atmosphere around those two games. You know, people love to hate on EA and hate
Yeah.
on Microsoft right now. So like heckling the Battlefield guy for fucking up the Xbox conference is
Yeah.
like, yeah, okay.
Uh,
But people nobody really hates Ubisoft.
That's
right?
true.
Yeah.
And
Except for after 3.
everyone really liked the PlayStation. Like everyone was kind of like looking forward to the PlayStation 4 conference. So it was kind of like just like a different air around
Yeah, it was a different
Yeah.
vibe.
that.
But if you consider what that demo actually showed, the fact that you started in a town, ran through like a highly dense foliage area to
Yeah.
another
Man,
town.
when he like gets spotted and they sound those flares and he starts just like booking it and jumps onto the boat and then
Yeah.
like is driving it, I was like,
with a
oh,
no loading screen, like
fuck.
from town to foliage to town to
That is-
exploding town to boat to fucking boat battle to fighting
Yeah.
on the boat, cross boat with
Zombie.
swords. It was like, holy
Him
fuck.
jumping on the boat was not just him landing on the boat and the thing ending. It was him taking command of the ship and
Yeah.
then having a boat to boat.
That is fucking
And then
awesome.
it was fucking insane. It was
looks
like,
so
And then the boats like crashed up against each other and they threw like lines over or whatever, wasn't it?
yeah, and they
boarding.
started fighting.
Yeah.
That's
And then he
phenomenal.
And you're
jumped
just
in,
like-
killed a couple dudes.
Yeah, you're just like, holy fuck. It's
There
too
was
bad
a
it's
lot
lagging,
going
but
on, man. There was
The
a whole
hard
lot.
lock happened like at the like
facing the
probably
boss.
right when it was gonna like. They looked
AC.
like they were both drawing their guns out, and they
Yeah.
hadn't quite pointed them at the screen, probably where it would have pulled out an end.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it hard locked.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, it's like as if it was about to load that animation or load the world
Like
around
the
him. Yeah.
Assassin's Creed.
Oh, that's too bad.
That's okay. It is what it is. I think it's gonna be a great game.
But yeah, they quickly moved on and it was a really good demo
Yeah.
regardless.
Did
So-
they show more Watch Dogs as well?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
That's where
where
they
the gameplay one.
yeah,
was,
that's where they
right?
showed the tablet and stuff. That game still looks really phenomenal.
I'm
Um,
really interested to see how that stacks up in the real world.
Like the actual game.
Yeah, like how the core concepts of the game. Like I know it's going to be multiplayer based, and
telling you that it is Assassin's Creed in
Yeah.
spirit, if not in name.
It's got a bit of Far Cry in it, just because like Far Cry, how you went to outposts to unlock things.
Yeah.
In this part, like you don't have any
Fucking
power.
did that in Assassin's Creed as well.
Yeah, I guess so. But it was outposts, but it would just kind of show you things. But
True.
yeah. Anyways, but in this one, what happens is like the town, you can't actually hack anything. You have to go to power sites and then like take over the power grid, and then now you have control over this power grid. Like, oh, you want to take control of the cameras? You have to find the security center and hack that security center of that block or that area. So you slowly unlock the powers throughout the map. Not the powers, but the ability to hack things throughout the map, which still sounds really cool. But either way, what the demo they showed at the PlayStation conference was fucking awesome, and
it was wicked.
the like blackout power was just fucking awesome. Look,
It's gonna be a wicked game.
it's gonna be wicked as hell. Yeah. I can't think of anything else they showed.
you're
They had
missing
Square Enix on stage.
Oh, yeah.
You're missing a couple big ones.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 13 Versus is now Final Fantasy 15, also available on Xbox One, and it's also on PS4. And they announced Kingdom Hearts 3, which was fucking insane.
In like a weird kind of
Yeah.
tease way where you thought they were just going to talk about the HD collection. And
Yeah.
then, like, nope, actually, Kingdom Hearts 3.
And then that's also going to be on the Xbox One as well.
People freaked out.
That was
yeah, they. From what I hear, they
Well, that's
lost
like
it.
a tease type thing, just like Mirror's Edge was. Just
Yeah.
like
Well,
what was another one?
just think that the last Kingdom Hearts game was
Oh,
before
we
PS3.
totally skipped over fucking something in the EA conference. The like 2-second thing, Battlefront.
Oh, yeah.
Battlefront.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was
I
really
was,
funny.
I was trying to think of the other tease stuff.
Yeah.
It was really funny too because I looked at it and went, "This isn't Battlefield," and then I heard Dan was like, "What is this?" And I heard I heard it just before Dan did, and I went Star Wars. And he went, "What? Battlefront?" And he's like,
I bet like the deep subby sound is going to be like the lightsabers, like.
"Yo, please do that."
They probably could do that.
Yeah. But like just take the sub knob and just fucking break that shit off.
Yeah.
Just, like, then there's dubstep guns. But yeah, I don't.
There was quite a few like just little teaser things.
Hey, we got
throughout
3
the C3 of
seconds.
Just like, hey, we're making this now.
Yeah.
Surprise!
Infamous Second Son during the Sony conference was fucking phenomenal.
Well, they showed 4 games along with Infamous that were just like, hey, these are all of them except for Infamous are coming out at launch.
Let me see.
Was it like Drive Club?
Oh, Drive. Yeah.
Infamous.
Killzone, I think.
They showed NBA Live.
Killzone, yeah.
NBA Live.
No, you're mixing up the names. They showed NBA 2K.
And NBA 2K. Sorry.
Are those all actual launch titles though?
They showed a little bit of Knack.
No. What did they? Yeah, okay.
Oh,
it
Knack
was
is in there.
Knack, Drive Club, and Killzone are all going to be launch titles, and then Infamous will be a few months later. That's what it
Wasn't
was.
Drive Club also
Forgot
a?
about Rock.
Yeah, it's gonna be on the PlayStation Plus. You'll have the PlayStation Plus edition, which apparently has all the same features as the actual version is gonna have, except for with I guess less races or less content in some way. I think they really should have warned people before this conference that anybody who was possibly lactose intolerant to not show up because there was.
You've
there
been
was
waiting for that one.
I saw it. And I was like, I have to say it. No. But yeah, no. Knack seems pretty. I still don't know what to expect from Knack.
He spoke. He spoke.
Yep.
Did you hear him speak?
Oh yeah,
He sounded
yeah.
a really
It's
deep voice.
Yeah. That game reminds me so much of Cameo for some reason
Yeah,
that I'm
it
excited as fuck to play it. But yeah. They also showed a trailer for The Dark Sorcerer, which is something from
That was really
Quantum.
weird.
Apparently,
The
it's
way
going to
that
be a
it-
comedy.
Yeah, it's a
thing.
comedy. It's a comedy.
The way that trailer went really confused. me.
Yeah.
But that was the old man from there. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
Still looking fucking amazing with the
Yeah.
animation and
So
everything.
when he came off and he started talking to the little goblin dude, I was like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Is this a movie or is this a game? What the fuck is going on?
Earlier during the PS3 stuff, they showed Last of Us and Beyond as
That's
well,
true.
which
Yep.
Oh yeah.
had
Yep.
like crazy military level thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the
training
I'm really
in Africa and she's a CIA agent
Yeah.
or something crazy
Yeah.
like that.
So they announced that you follow that girl Judy, I think is gonna be her
Jodie
Jody.
Holmes.
Jody.
Sorry. Through her being super young to much older, and apparently everything they've shown so far, which is like before, like last month they showed like an hour or something of footage, which was like I don't know, I won't say where it is, but it was that, and then they showed some more stuff before when they originally showed it with like the FBI stuff, and then now they've shown this kind of you're like a CIA agent or something with powers. That's what they're using you as. all that shit is apparently still like the first fucking chapter of that game.
Really?
Like
Holy
not it's
shit.
not even getting into like where that game is going.
That is
so
fucking awesome. I'm excited for
that
that
is
one.
insane. Yeah, I'm excited to hear about that. But let's not forget that apparently that game is still 8 to 9 hours or something. So one chapter is
it
probably.
could just very well be like
Well, I mean,
And-
they do everything really quick.
But the thing is that they're gonna jump
Heavy
between
Rain
times.
wasn't that long, so
Yeah.
the game was incredible.
But there's a chance that could have been like this. This is maybe the first hour of the game because the game is going to jump from like her being young to older to young to older to like just it's going to kind of sporadically go everywhere, but kind of I guess be good.
I kind of
want
want to go track down a copy of Heavy Rain because I traded mine in a long time.
I do have a
ago.
copy.
Yeah, I know, but I just
Oh,
want
it's up for
to
your-
buy a new one just to have it.
Yeah,
So,
I'll find you one, Dan.
there you go.
but I want a new copy
I'll find you a brand.
because I want to fold another origami.
to find you a
Oops,
brand new
I
copy.
just hit the wrong button. I'm opening up Sony Vegas now by accidentally.
Gonna edit
And then
this
they ended,
podcast
yeah,
on the
and
fly.
then they ended their their conference by showing some Destiny. Actually, do we want to talk about the price?
They did the three last pieces of their conference. The first one
Yeah.
was they announced you used games and stuff that's all going to work.
Yeah.
You don't have to check in 24 hours. People fucking flipping their
Yeah,
shit
flip.
Yep.
because they're just going to maintain the way the PS3 works
Yep.
for online.
And the cool thing about Sony is they actually put out a quick, like 12-second video about how to trade your games between your friends, which was just handing them
It
a
was
copy.
so sarcastic.
They just literally just kicked Microsoft in the groin as hard as they could when they were already down. That's literally what that ending part of that conference was. At least that part of the conference was.
And
But
then
yeah.
right off the tails of that, well, people were like freaking out over that. They went and they got Bungie in to show a playable level. This is the gameplay, the first gameplay people have seen of Destiny.
Yeah.
Which looks kind of like
Fucking
sci-fi
awesome.
Borderlands-y.
But like MMO world.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what it looks like, actually.
Crazy.
But what's crazy is I can't believe Bungie.
The way they showed it seems like how you explain the Defiance stuff to work
yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
So if it actually works, I hear that Defiance stuff doesn't really so much.
Yeah.
Then great.
But what I'm excited for is that Bungie said that they're going to be. It's going to be like their 12-year game. That's what they're going to keep kind of working
Yeah, you're
at.
supposed to be able to play it
Yeah.
for
Fucking
a
ever.
decade or something.
Yeah. So that's gonna be insane. The game itself does look really interesting. I like how it seems to be an MMO, but there seems to be a lot of exploring that you could do and a lot of sort of story that could be told to you if you choose to explore. There's still like public events and a lot of just a shit ton of players kind of gathering together to shoot the crap out of stuff and have just the idea that you could have like a Borderlands-y style MMO. Sounds fucking
Yeah, I think it sounds pretty
and-
phenomenal. And
yeah.
from what I've seen of Destiny, it looks real good.
Yeah, it looked
Um,
fucking awesome too.
There was a whole bunch of armor sets or items for armor sets that were leaked.
Yeah.
They all look phenomenal. Like I went trolling through a couple of forums to see what I could find, and what I found looks really good. Really high res. A lot of detail on the armor pieces themselves. You can swap out like chest pieces, like kind of like you would for an actual armor set in like WoW or something. So you can kind of customize it and bring your own tweak to what you like.
Yeah.
So it's not just like a Halo style one where it's like, well, I guess Halo's a bad example because it's now fully customizable. But it's not just you change a set, everything changes. It's individual pieces,
Yeah.
which I think is a pretty interesting idea to bring to that.
What's neat is also the weapons. They're giving some pretty funny names. I don't remember what the machine gun that he found was like. Thunder something.
Yeah.
Thunder punch or thunder something. Thunder pound or something. I don't know. Anyway, what's neat is that the sniper rifle the guy picked up. They didn't say what the name was, except for later in an interview they explained it. And that sniper that the guy found was called the duct tape fixes everything.
Really?
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. The Rolling Thunder, I believe it was called, is what Caboose in the chat is saying.
We should have mentioned earlier that they did reveal what the PS4 actually looked like.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's true. That just seems normal now.
I think the
Really
PS3
small
looks,
and compact
or sorry,
and square looking.
Yeah, it kind of looks like two PS2 Slims like taped
Stacked
together.
on top.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
the PS4 looks more in line with what I think we were expecting, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The Xbox One seemed a little bit more departed, in my opinion, but
it's
Yeah.
tiny as fuck. Like it's so tiny.
It was really
Well,
interesting.
someone put out a size comparison chart.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't
Yep.
remember where I saw it.
On Reddit.
Kotaku on Reddit.
Yeah.
But the Xbox One is as big as the original PS3,
okay.
Yeah. That's insane.
and then the
PS4 is
PS4
smaller
is
than the regular PS4.
smaller than an Xbox 360 Slim.
That's craziness.
But
Because they left all
tiny
that bloated garbage out of it, that's why.
yeah,
Well, they didn't need to have Linux support on it this time around.
yeah. But it looks really good. it's kind of surprising. And then they announced the price. So this is what's surprising is that people have been saying that the PlayStation 4 has much better stuff in it than the Xbox One. Yet it's launching at $399 USD, which is $100 cheaper than the Xbox One, which is kind of surprising. Very much surprising. It also, I realized today that it does not come with the PlayStation Eye. It's an extra $60 upgrade that you have to buy.
It's optional too.
But it's optional, which is good.
Yeah, I'm with Dan. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
If you're not going to use it, you're not going to use it.
What's cool though is it is apparently a $60 webcam because like the PlayStation Eye, you can kind of hook it up to your PC. If you can hook that one up to your PC, that thing does like the most insane 1080p. Because it's like 1080p at 60 frames or 720p at 120 frames or like 360p at like 240 frames. I'm like,
For
fuck, man.
$60.
Yeah, if I can hook that up to a fucking computer, Sony, done. Let's do this. And it has like feet on it, so it does hook on like smaller LCD screens and everything. Yeah. So it's pretty cool.
They designed it well.
My nose is itchy. Keeps scratching my nose.
But yeah, at that price point, people like stood up.
Yeah, they
Wow.
lost it.
It was just like, no fucking way. Like I kind of expected them to try and go cheaper, but the second the Xbox One was announced for $499, it's like, shit, maybe we've been just underestimating how much money these things are going to cost.
Yeah.
And have the PS4 or Sony come out and be like $399, it was like,
What?
well, the thing is, right before that conference, is it got rumored, that there was going to be multiple SKUs, like how there was like the Xbox Core and the Premium Edition when it first came out. So when he said $399, I'm like, okay, that's going to be the one with like maybe a shittier hard drive and like no camera.
it's the
And then it was just like,
500 gig.
yeah, it was like, that's $399.
Everything's
what?
$399.
So what
and
Sony?
you can upgrade the hard drive.
Yeah,
too.
so the Yoshida said on Twitter that you can upgrade the hard drive. It's region free. So what people have been doing is in Australia or New Zealand or something. If you go to buy it, it's like $700, but you can just buy the US version off Amazon and have it shipped to New Zealand for like $15.
Yeah, so it's just cheaper if you do it that way.
So it's not region locked. You can upgrade the hard drive, and there's something else. I guess it was the used stuff. There's no used things. Oh, they're banning online passes apparently.
Yeah, publishers won't be able to implement that stuff.
So that's cool. But yeah, overall, Sony had a fucking excellent conference, and it was insane. Just they hit all the things they needed to hit. They kicked Microsoft really hard, and I don't know.
I just think it was a better planned conference, all in all.
It was, but okay, right. That's what I was telling Devin, and it's something that I read online somewhere. Is knowing that Microsoft presented their conference, let's say it was done by 2 p.m. Eastern our time. By 9 p.m. Eastern, when Sony started, they had like 6 or 7 hours to just know that they had the lower price. They had that conference coming up that was going to like talk shit about all the DRM and everything. Like they had like a 6 or 7 hour buildup of probably feeling like fucking kings, just knowing that they were gonna be like, these guys don't even know, and then Jack Tretton going up with like a fucking gold watch and this goddamn crazy grin on his face while he's saying this shit was like the most insane thing to see.
He had to stop at every single point.
Yeah, he's like, oh, is that important to you guys?
Yeah,
oh,
actually, he'd say something and he would stop, and people would cheer and clap and
yeah,
everything.
just like you can trade it to your friends
and then
and
he'd
sell
say something
it.
different, and they would cheer louder and clap harder. And then it just went on like
I'm sure people were crying in the audience too. It's like, oh my God, it's been about.
It's like a V prediction moment, /V prediction moment where people are actually tearing up and crying.
It sounds really dumb to think in 2013 that you have to say that at a conference. Like you could trade your games, and it's like that.
But it's because people were worried about it, though.
Yeah.
That's why. I mean,
Yeah.
They hit what they needed to. They said what they needed to say.
If you
and
read
hit the
any
right things.
industry thing leading up to that conference, everyone expected Sony to like
hop on
have
board
to talk about like,
be like we have
hey,
to.
we have to do this too because that's what publishers want.
Yeah.
So I think that's why it was so surprising, is because no one expected it.
Yep. That's true.
The thing is though, is that the PS4 is launching $100 cheaper. You can trade games. It doesn't come with a camera. It's going to watch you. It's not region locked. You don't have to check in. But it doesn't have Call of Duty Ghosts map pack first.
Oh.
So what is your choices? What are you guys knowing that?
I know.
Maybe I'll just have to play Destiny
Fuck.
Yep.
If you have to.
or my free Drive Club.
Oh.
I'll put it this way: I've been, and I think I've complained about it time and time again on past.
I guess you didn't see that, Devin.
What?
Drive Club, or at least most of Drive Club is
Yeah.
going to be free for PlayStation Plus members
Yep.
at launch on PS4.
Actually, I didn't know about that either.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Sweet deal.
Don't.
Yep.
Yeah, so I've
Internet's dead.
I've complained about this in the past, where I've said that I've hated the decisions that Sony has made, and right now it seems like they've finally started turning it around.
Yeah.
So if they keep this up, I'm going to be very, very happy with them.
But
They definitely have lost a lot of their arrogance.
Yeah.
they're not so.
It took a hard lesson though.
Yeah, it took a real hard lesson for them to learn that they are not. They can't just set whatever. They have to listen to the market a little bit. So I definitely think that they're moving in the right direction from a business standpoint, as well as providing a decent consumer end product. But only time will tell to see if they actually
Do good.
Yeah, if they do well on their promises, or not. Promises not what I mean, but like the market shares, will they do well enough to attract more people into the multiplayer platform? Are they gonna have party chat? Like, it's some
They
basic
said
things.
They are.
Yeah,
said
party
cross-game
chats.
Okay, party chat's good then.
That $3.99 PlayStation also comes with a mic.
Oh, nice.
Like an Xbox style one.
So it's just gonna be it's gonna be really interesting to see how, if they can keep their momentum that they've got rolling now after E3, and just kind of keep the PR up and see, what other things they're going to announce for it, and see if they can stay on top of it.
I think a lot of it is due to their to the restructuring internally.
Yeah, they had a lot of that, as well as their big development
They got rid of Kevin Butler. That's all they needed. Kidding.
Their big development on indie games, focusing on
Yeah, that's a big
that
deal.
as a major market, as opposed to where Xbox seems to be going for the like AAA, big titles make all the money.
Fuck
Yeah.
that, man. Xbox is going for
You
friggin'
can-
cable box. companies
Yeah,
and them.
but like if you have like they're not, Sony's not putting all their eggs in one basket, where we're looking for big huge third party developers to make games for us that will sell millions of copies. We're diversifying with getting the indie involved, cutting out that cost for indie games on it. You're going to see incredible growth in that market.
You can see the plain difference of how they're treating indie developers just by looking at their current storefronts.
Yeah.
Microsoft's indie games are separated from everything else and hidden in their own section.
Yep.
PlayStation's indie games are in the main section and have a highlight section where they show you
Yep.
the new indie games.
Front and center.
Yeah.
And, look at the hits like State of Decay. Like, I know that's a Microsoft one, but that sold crazy amounts of units in the first week. So all it takes is for Sony to get a couple of really good developers who want to produce for them, who will make
Well, they have 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've
So
got
far.
8. They got 8 off the bat, and who knows? Those games might even, they're not going to sell potentially millions, or they could if something crazy comes out. You never know. But it's just the fact that they're diversifying and getting more indie involved makes me feel like there's a better hope for them.
Yeah.
They're listening to the market. They're trying to
Finally.
adapt accordingly, and not trying to. They're being proactive. They're not just being reactive.
Yeah.
What I found funny too is if you look at last console generation when they announced the consoles, it's kind of crazy to see that the roles kind of got swapped this time. Is that last time you had Sony announcing a $499 bundle for 20 gigs and $599 for the 60 gig, and then you had Microsoft at $299 and $399 for the core and premium.
Yep.
This time you had $399 for PlayStation, and the more expensive one was Microsoft, and they were the ones talking up a shit ton of stuff, while Sony was just like, "Hey, yeah,
We're here.
come play our games."
Yeah.
We got games, and we got good games.
So it's kind of crazy.
I'm really looking forward to what Sony's got in store for this coming generation.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's only a
gonna
couple months away, realistically, right?
Yeah. It's less than half a year.
And then to quickly, I guess, mention a bit of Nintendo stuff. I didn't really watch the Nintendo Direct yet, but they announced Super Smash Brothers. They announced Mega Man's in it.
Neither did anybody else.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
I wanna
The
watch it.
Villager.
Yeah,
Villager.
the Villagers and Super Smash Bros.
They announced a Super Mario 3D World, which sounds really cool. It looked really fun. It's pretty much like playing Mario Galaxy with 4 people on screen running around doing crazy shit.
Yep.
So that looks really fun. There's cat suits as well.
Oh, Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS, not
Yep.
just the Wii U.
Yep.
I think that's kind of
Cross
the biggest.
playing.
Yeah,
That's
cross playing as well.
Can't say cross play because it's a
Yeah.
Sony. Like,
Trademarked.
Yeah.
yeah.
They showed Wonderful 101, which apparently looks really good still. What else was there? They showed Donkey Kong Country. Donkey Kong Country.
Words are hard.
Sorry, Country Top Freeze, which is apparently gonna be the next one. Looks really cool. Looks nifty, but I don't know. They also showed some Bayonetta 2, which still looks awesome. Bayonetta for some reason has short hair, even though she's a hair demon. So what's up with that? I don't know.
Couldn't she just make her clothes longer? And
Yeah, but the thing is, the hair still grows really long and still does the clothes and all that stuff. But it's just weird to have her cut her hair when she's all about hair. That sounds
Well,
weird.
no, I'm
That
just
sounds
saying she
really
doesn't
good.
actually have to have cut it. She could just
Yeah, that's
put
true.
more of it
She's
into her
all about the
clothes.
sex.
Put it more in her. Okay.
She's all about the bush.
Oh jeez.
Oh,
Okay.
come
Anyways,
on.
they also announced.
Sorry, I just really had to. I'm sorry.
They also
All about
showed
the bush.
They also showed more stuff for Wind Waker HD and Pikmin 3. I think I don't know. I didn't watch it yet, but people seem really happy about it. Nintendo's still doing their thing, and I find it really cool. Like going into this next generation, you kind of have PS4 is where you can kind of go to get like a cheaper console that's gonna have a lot of the multi-platforms with a lot of cool games, and then you can still get the Nintendo console for relatively cheap and get all the Nintendo games that are still really cool. So it's kind of weird that Nintendo's not getting any more random hate, and they're actually doing good. The Wii U's actually probably selling decently.
It's
now.
a weird
Yeah,
thing.
well-
Nintendo will still be the cheapest console.
Yep.
But they're like in second place now.
Yeah.
In
Well,
popularity.
you never know, but
Well, after the Microsoft press conference, Wii U sales like doubled or something crazy like that. I was
Oh yeah,
reading-
the original one when they
yeah,
announced
the
it,
original Wii was like doubling or something like that. It was something crazy.
Oh yeah, we forgot to mention that for Super Smash Bros. They also announced the chick from Wii Fit
Oh yeah,
as a
forgot
playable
about that.
character. So
Useless.
yeah,
They're such a weird company.
yeah.
Such a weird company.
Make a Pokemon for a console.
Oh, they showed some more Pokemon X and Y. They showed the new monkey, monster Pokemon type of a fairy. It's now fairy
that's
Pokemon.
to balance the
Dragons.
game against dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah,
There's some great
get hype.
there are some great comics floating around about that.
really.
Yeah.
Just dragons being freaked the fuck out by a Jigglypuff. It's pretty great.
Oh, they also showed some Legend of Zelda: Link Between Worlds, which is apparently a Zelda crazy 3DS game, and some Yoshi's.
Wait, is that the like?
That's like the
This
Link to the
is Link
Past.
to the Past?
remake?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Then there's Yoshi's Island. So
Such a weird company.
it's crazy.
Anyways, I was gonna say it's a weird thing. The Nintendo's still gonna be cheapest, but the argument you could have made last generation is that the PS3 was more expensive, but it was at its core more powerful than the
Yep.
Xbox 360, right? This time, the Xbox One is less powerful than the PS4.
And PS4's cheaper. It's weird.
Yeah, so even like I worked retail during those like the main life of those consoles, and I had to sell them to people, and that's kind of the thing I would explain. Like the Xbox is kind of the middle of the road, Wii's kind of last gen, but PS3 is the big powerhouse, and that's why it's most expensive.
Yeah.
But now, what are you supposed to say to that kind of thing?
Functionality is what people are going to have to say.
Yeah, it's going to be all about the functionality. It's
Yeah,
the
but
Xbox-
if
the-
you think about the fact that the next step of the previously most expensive kind of all around console is going to be cheaper than the kind of one that people think of when they think of like playing hardcore video games.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are just going to like a lot of new people or uneducated people are going to get a PlayStation 4.
Yeah, I definitely think so. At the $399 price point,
If
You know
it's-
what?
it's going to
But
be
that
the
is of course assuming that Best Buy and Future Shop employees are
Competent.
the least bit competent.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's assuming a
You know what else
lot.
though? So the people who actually go
Well, I
and
don't
buy
work
those
there
PS4s,
anymore, so.
I think they'd be happier doing it
Yeah, no, I definitely think
because
they
then
would
they're
be
not
too.
going to get hit with some crazy surprise saying, "Oh, I have to pay for live. I have to be connected to the internet. I have to do this. I have to do that." This is part of why I'm really worried about what Microsoft is going to do in Japan. They've done this before and they've failed miserably, and I can kind of see it happening.
I don't see why they would even
Same
launch
way
in
again.
Japan.
They haven't
Yeah,
even
They
said
have to, man. They can't just give up that market.
They actually
That's
said
a huge market.
that the Japan, the Asia market is only going to be tapped, by aka they're releasing it sometime in 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
but like tons of stores already have stopped selling Xbox 360s
Yeah.
because they don't
Yeah.
sell.
Yep.
It's Microsoft's arrogant corporate status though that doesn't sit well with the Asian market, and it's not because they're Mandarin or Japanese or from Hong Kong or wherever. It's just that level of arrogance does not fly in any type of Asian country. It's just not something that they.
It's disrespectful, is
It
what
really
it is.
Yeah, exactly. It's a
And-
cultural thing, and they're ignoring it, and it's a huge mistake on their part.
Whereas Sony plays
Embracing it.
perfectly into it, as Nintendo is the best example of it. Like they are incredibly respectful as a company to consumers in those markets.
Yeah.
You know, like Sony as well. Like Sony, that's Sony's biggest foothold is Asia. That's their like crown
I
jewel.
think it's Asia and Europe. I think.
Europe is contested.
Oh, are they?
Sony, like it's the general analysis is Sony has won Europe for this generation,
Yeah.
But it was always close.
well,
but it was always neck and neck.
Do you guys mind if I read off the supported live countries?
Sure.
So we have Australia, Austria, Belgium, Brazil, Canada, Denmark, Finland, France, Germany, Ireland, Italy, Mexico, Netherlands, New Zealand, Norway, Russia, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, United Kingdom, and United States.
That's for the Xbox One.
Yeah, that's 21 out of like what 150
Yeah,
countries.
something crazy.
So, and a lot of those are maybe bigger places in Europe, but nowhere near a large amount of them.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
not prepared the way they should.
Yeah.
I feel like
So if you don't live in any of those places that I mentioned, you will not be able to connect to the Xbox One service, regardless of if
I'm
you
really
order
curious
it.
as to what happens though after that 24-hour thing. Have they actually said what happens?
Apparently,
Is it
you just can't play anything
is it just a
except for
blue
watch
s-
TV.
A blue screen of death.
It's a sad face. You should really connect.
Spits out your disc.
no,
Doesn't
it
matter whether
shreds
you're
your disc.
whether you're mid game or not. Just spits it out.
Yeah.
If it's digital, it just
Oh.
shuts down.
I should mention though, if you are buying an Xbox One, the first run, which they're calling Day One consoles, come with a free year of Xbox Live Gold.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's how they want to try and push people.
Considering that, it means the console's technically 450. Considering that you have to fucking be online to play a thing anyways.
Yeah.
but even still, like,
I didn't
Fuck
see
you,
anything about that.
Microsoft.
I saw the engraved controller and the special achievement.
it says it on the Microsoft site. Day One Xbox Live,
Oh,
12 months
oh,
membership. Also,
okay.
some games are marked with the Day One stuff, like what is it, Forza and Rise and
yeah, something like that.
Dead Rising or something.
Yeah.
Why
Which
would
is crazy.
Rise have it?
Isn't it?
Rise wasn't coming up till like spring.
I thought Rise was launch title. Okay, whichever one's launch titles are Day One things. I don't know if they have special stuff in it, but yeah. But yeah.
I could
We
care
should- we
less
should
because
mention
my PS
on
Plus
the-
thing's going to carry over anyways.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and we should mention that for people that get the PlayStation 4, if you don't want to get a PlayStation Plus, you can still play the free-to-play games online.
Yep, that is true.
That's
Yeah.
kind of cool that they're doing that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think their business model for the online stuff is
Well,
pretty
it's
fucking phenomenal.
you're keeping content on your console for who knows how long, and you're giving it to people free of charge.
They're gonna want your console.
Yeah,
Simple as that.
it's a really good way to push. a
It
console.
takes one friend to get a PS4 and say, "Hey guys, check out this free game that
Yeah.
I play. That's awesome." Like Blacklight Retribution. Bam.
So-
Like problem solved. Like I don't know. It's just gonna be. It's a good business model compared to paying $50 for me to watch my goddamn fucking Netflix.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing.
Yeah, the paywall.
During the like
Fucking Microsoft.
PlayStation Plus or whatever thing, they said that PlayStation Plus would not. They put in a slide that it would lock out gameplay, but they specifically said you'll have access to all your media services. You can stream stuff. Like don't need PlayStation Plus for that.
What they also mentioned is that any free-to-play games on the PS4, such as Warframe, Blacklight Retribution, and other stuff, are going to be. You don't need to have PlayStation Plus to play
Riccio,
those
do
games
you even
online.
listen when we talk?
I don't know if we said that before,
Yeah,
but
that's-
okay. So
that's-
we forgot to mention World of Tanks for Xbox One.
Eh.
I can't wait. I'm gonna buy.
I don't know if that's actually you have to buy that though.
No, it's not actually for Xbox One.
It's Xbox 360.
It's
Oh,
Xbox
really?
360. It's not on Xbox One.
Oh God. Okay.
even better. Right?
Can I read you guys off what it says for the Day One Xbox? It says Day One Xbox Live Gold membership, 12-month gold membership, available in limited quantities at select retailers while supplies last. This Day One console also includes Shadow Jago for Killer Instinct. Shadow Jago.
Oh, okay. Useless because he was just a darker version of the other one.
Yeah, but you it's the only way to get it though. You have to pre-order that.
No, I
To
can
get
play it on my 64. I already have him unlocked.
Did you pay for that? No. But yeah.
Did you connect your 64 to the internet in the last 24 hours? No? All right, it's wiped.
It will require 4 gigs of storage. Apparently for that fucking character.
Just for that.
What the hell? Oh, I guess it's because it comes preloaded with. Killer
Is he
Instinct.
just textured to shit? Like his character model alone is 4 gigs.
They textured the inside of him as well, just for no reason. But yeah.
When you rip out their
Oh, sorry. It says only until February 1st, 2014, and then it says semicolon may be available elsewhere later.
That's terrible.
That's fucking
So
so
why
dumb.
don't you pre-order this thing? We'll sell it anyways later.
So terrible.
But anyway, I just want to roll through some news things before we finish. Mirror's Edge 2 got announced, although they also said it's going to be open world. We didn't mention that. It might be open world, but it should be. The executive EA person said. Apparently, Valve has been doing their robotic boogaloo update for TF2, and
That's
Ov-
all fan stuff.
all fan stuff. And over the past while, I think they said they paid out 10 million or something.
For people to
They made
stuff
10
for
million, and they'll be paying out 250,000 to 60 plus people who created that update.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, with over $10 million paid out to whoever. No, sorry, $10 million paid out to over 400 people, and close to 250,000 of that figure will be paid out to 60 plus people who created the Robotic Boogaloo update.
Wow.
you think that they would pay out a little bit more, but
Yeah.
That's a shit ton of money
yeah,
How
but
does it-
25% is
people-
something that they're
for people who created cool items. That's like really cool items. I'm pretty sure. I don't play much TF2, so I don't really know about that
Yeah.
stuff. We're being told it's super fucking old in the chat, but it says June 11th, so I'm sorry. It's a day.
It might have been right after our last podcast.
That is true.
Why.
But this is on the actual Team Fortress website.
Oh, okay. Weird.
No, but that update did go into. The
Oh,
game
yeah.
a long time ago.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the update. But I mean, yeah,
Whether or not they published the
Stats.
news posts. Oh, the stats you're talking about.
Yeah. So Walking Dead 400 Days was announced. It's a separate episode and part of the first season of the Walking Dead game, which we forgot to mention. Whenever it'll come out for Vita, you buy Walking Dead Season 1, you just get 400 Days built into it.
Is
Yes,
it-
there
is
will
it
also
in
be a
Ariana
Walking
cart?
Dead bundle for
Yeah.
Vita.
God, I'm not gonna play that game.
You're not gonna buy that game?
I can't do it.
Why?
I'm really curious if that game's going to be cross-buy, because the season pass for PlayStation 3 right now is $5.
Oh.
So the thing is, 400 Days will run you $5.
Wait, what?
400 Days
$5 only?
Yeah, it's one episode following 5 characters.
That's a joke. Have they spoken about length at all? Like, is it
No, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be decently long.
That's
But it's
awesome.
not season 2, so it's just
Okay.
to tide you over, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty cool.
This
And
is episode 5, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Killer Instinct, we mentioned you have to buy all the other characters, and I can't think of anything else. That's pretty much it. That's it. That's it for news. That's all. I
E3
had.
happened.
E3
we
happened.
probably
There's-
missed a bunch of stuff.
We missed a bunch of shit.
Yeah, there was a lot of.
Do we want to roll out some questions, or do you want to read the comments off the chat?
Hey, we have to do new releases. We
Yeah,
missed
new
them.
releases.
Oh,
We missed
yeah.
that last week. My bad.
E3.
For the week of June 16th to June 23rd, we have Dungeons and Dragons: Chronicles of Mystara, which is a Wii U title. Oh, it's coming out for PC, Xbox Live Marketplace as well, and PSN. Well, anyways, it's a remake of like a Genesis-looking game, although it has a crazy amount of stuff. Looks kind of neat. I don't know how expensive it is. I just saw it. That's the only thing I've actually seen a trailer for out of most of these.
I believe it's done the same way that the like, what is it called? Darkstalkers and those like,
Oh, I already drank.
Revamped.
yeah, with like all the achievement-y
It's like a
things
wet
going on
smack.
the side the whole time.
Yeah, thank you. We also have Epic Mickey 2, The Power of 2, coming out for the Vita and PSN
that
Vita.
got
So the
canceled.
Vita version. No, it's been out.
Got canceled too. Yeah.
No, 2's already been out for a while. I think on the
Oh,
Wii and stuff.
they just said they're not making another one.
Yeah, maybe. But either way, they released this Vita version. And then an iOS game, Knights of Pen and Paper, is coming out for Steam or PC, I guess, for the +1 edition.
Sick.
It's a good game.
Shantae was coming out for the 3DS. And New Super Mario Luigi U is coming out on the eShop, as well as, I'm guessing, the store version. On the eShop, if you already have Super Mario Bros. U, it's only $20. If you go and buy it out in stores, I think it's $30 or $39. And it comes with Super Mario Bros. As well.
Oh, cool.
That's coming out on the June 20th, so I'm guessing it's a Sunday. So enjoy that one. Yeah, that's it. And that's it. That's it for releases. Done.
Questions?
Questions and comments. On the YouTube channel, we have also anybody in the live chat. If you guys have questions, let them be heard, and we will answer them. As well as if there's anything we missed, let us know. Alchemy Reborn on the YouTube comment says, Devin, I love your hat. Answering your question, if I had unlimited resources, what game would I make? I'm actually in the middle of designing my own game right now. It's a superhero villain MMO for PC only. I'm going to college in September to take some classes to help build this game, as well as my future job. But I'm not sure exactly what to take. I'm still researching courses. If you guys have any suggestions, it would be appreciated.
Riccio was the game dev guy, so
Yeah.
he knows
But
how.
from what I hear from multiple people, don't maybe take.
Well, that was at our course.
Yeah, I was gonna say game dev at Algonquin.
yeah.
but
Yeah,
I don't
so
think she has to worry about that.
I did 2 years of game dev, and it had a lot of coding.
Oh, you did
I
2 years?
think the important thing for you, if you're going into a program like that, is to research what you want to do, or find a program that maybe touches all the aspects of it. Because if you think of game development, you're gonna have programming, you're gonna have like art direction, or the drawing side. You can have sound design, you can have like UI stuff, or you could be completely not actually making them, but doing like the planning and doing all that stuff, or even PR or whatever the hell you want to do for it. So
server admin, which I found.
Well, yeah, if you're making an MMO game, maybe you want to just go into the server side of things and learn that.
It's probably a good first step, right?
Yeah,
to figure out where you want to go.
Yeah. So what was the bane of my program is that it chose everything. It did everything. So you do a semester and you'd have 6 different coding languages to deal with, and it was just like fucking over the top ridiculous.
Too much.
Yeah, a lot of if you go to like a specialized course, just read up on it, I guess. See what maybe you think is more interesting, because depending on what side of it you want to do, you don't necessarily have to go for a game development class. You could just be like, oh, I love sound design. Go take a random sound design class. I don't know if that's exactly how courses work in the U.S., but here that's kind of the way it works.
I'm sure there's options available to people like that.
Yeah.
It might be worthwhile to sit down and consult with someone who is either in a position of
or is taking the program.
Or taking the program. They're probably your best resource.
But yeah, so do a bit of research, but just know that there's a lot of random branches of game development that you can go into and maybe figure out which one you like the most. And
the other thing is that you can kind of almost like teach yourself using the internet.
If you're going towards the coding side.
If you're gonna do indie stuff, I mean,
that's kind of the best way.
You could just do that.
Yeah,
I'm starting to learn the Unity engine just because I have an idea.
Yo, we have an engine? That's amazing.
But if you're actually
there's no E. It's
yeah.
When we were making the channel, we were like, we should call it Unity, and then we like Googled Unity, and we're like, shit.
Yep, can't do that.
Engine already.
Also, one thing is if you're thinking of going into the coding side, like the programming side, there's a really cool site that's actually free online called codeacademy.com. And you can go there and it's more basic stuff. I think you can learn like JavaScript, HTTP or CSS, and a lot of other stuff that you can kind of check out there. And no matter which one of those you take, even though it's not what you're going to use for actual coding, what you're going to do, like you're not going to be using C++ or C# or whatever the hell you're going to end up making it with. Each kind of language ends up being semi the same, whether you're doing scripting or all that stuff. So codeacademy.com is a really cool place to go to kind of learn the basics. And they even make you build like your own game, like a little adventure game of like text-based stuff. So there's a lot of interesting stuff you can learn there if coding is where you want to go. And if you're looking for sound design and stuff, I'm pretty sure there's other sites and stuff like it. But check it out. Do it. There's a lot of ways you can research it. But that's a really cool thing to go into, and I wish you a ton of luck. And I'm pretty sure you can make something pretty cool. Anybody else have something to add?
No, I think you covered most of it.
Cool.
What was the second part of her question?
Just suggestions for stuff, and she explained the MMO to a question that Devin had. Dry LTD says, "Have you ever had a username that you regretted?"
Not for me. I've always just either used my name or.
Yeah, same.
My Uplay username is my email.
Yeah,
I can't change it.
That's true.
But otherwise, no.
Back when I used to play Counter-Strike 1.3 and I was in a clan and all that crap, I think my username used to be Altar Boy because I had the fucking most high-pitched voice ever. Thankfully, that didn't stick.
That's when Riccio was a little girl.
Well, it was either that or Pogo used to be my old name, which was weird because people would ask how I got that, and it was a weird story. But it's not really weird. It's just sounded weird when I was a kid.
You have to tell the story now.
Yeah, you have to tell.
It was just stupid. I was in elementary school, and this chick was eating a pogo, and then randomly, I believe there was no conversation. There was just more like staring at me, then yelling the word "up your butt," and then running, and then just kind of like chasing me around the class. Nothing ever happened. I just like
Up
fell.
your butt?
Are you sure, Riccio?
Yeah.
Are you sure nothing
Did
ever
you
happened?
put that pogo up your butt?
No.
Is that why you got the nickname Pogo?
That's actually where the nickname Pogo Butt. That's where it started. It was weird, and
Because
then
she
it went.
actually succeeded?
No, she didn't.
Oh, okay.
Then it was just Pogo. Then it was Sneaky Pogo. Was one of my old names,
God.
and then it went Altar Boy
They
when I was
went
playing
to
games.
went to town on these things.
Yeah, it was great.
I have one
but-
called Sompalompolis that I.
Up your butt from Riccio, aka Altar Boy.
Sompalopoulos is an awesome name.
Yeah, and I actually have business cards made. One of my friends at Staples made me business cards that
That
say
said Sompalopoulos?
Devin Sompalopoulos, and I started handing them out to customers. And I just found out actually like last week that one of the guys who still works at that store got a phone call from someone saying, "Yeah, this gentleman Sompalopoulos helped me out a couple of years ago. Is he still there?"
That's an amazing name.
Yeah, it's on my Facebook. You could like the card's actually on my Facebook there. It's
That's
pretty
pretty sick.
phenomenal.
I'm changing your name in my phone to Sompalopoulos.
Sompalopoulos.
Um,
Or Sompalomp is another one that I've been called.
No, I like Sompalopoulos.
I like Swampy.
I should change your name on my phone to just Swamps.
Swamps.
Oh, that sounds so moist.
Eh.
Um.
Yeah. Do you want me to read the next one?
Sure if you want to.
Also, Tsukus.
Oh, you skip Ransom Purvis.
Oh no, I thought you said Ransom Purvis.
No.
Oh, that was Dry LTD. This one's from Ransom Purvis.
He
Out of all the
cancels it.
games you have played, how many have you actually finished?
Personally, I finished the majority of them.
I envy you,
Yeah,
Kumar, for being able to do that.
I
But
finished most.
I do also have a lot that remain unfinished.
Yeah.
Some even unplayed.
You know what? Yeah, since I got, you guys are a terrible influence on me, guys, because before I started this podcast, I finished every game I got.
Really?
And now you finished
now
none.
I
Oops.
fucking have not been able to finish one in the past like 2 months.
I feel like I'm a terrible influence to be like, oh man, I just bought this game too. I bought this game. I got this game. I got this game too. Then again, I don't do any other shit, so that's my bad.
See that? I think the problem is I'm like I have a career job now. It's eating up too much of my time. I think I'm just gonna become a hobo. Play video
But
games.
then how are
that
you
way.
going to fuel
Yeah.
the habit?
Laptop.
Like the laptop's going to print out food?
So long
Yeah.
as you find unsecured Wi-Fi.
Oh, I can find it anywhere.
You know what? Buy that stupid fucking video guard, then grind it and shove it right into your veins. No. Please don't do that. That doesn't actually work. That will kill you.
Probably wouldn't be too healthy.
So do you want to read Ransom Purposes? Oh, well, hold on. Wait, no. It's how many have you actually finished? I don't know. Not that many. I have
You haven't finished very many of you?
no. Like out of that huge
You
pile
play,
of games, like 50%.
You
Maybe.
play like 3/4 and then stop.
Yeah, I've gotten somewhere. I've gotten really
You
far.
have video game ADD.
I do actually. Recently, everything
Hey,
that's
look,
been
good
coming
bike.
out in 2013, I've been finishing real good. So I'm happy about that. Yeah. Ninja Kuni, I gotta beat. It's terrible to play RPGs and then you can't finish them because they're so long and
Did you
stuff.
finish God of War Ascension?
No, never did.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, Devin, you want to read Ransom's other comments?
Sure. Also,
Damn
the
right.
win.
It's good.
For the win.
I don't remember how I
Sorry,
said
just
that.
One last little thing here. When Riccio says that he's only finished about 50% of them, there's roughly, just by a really, really rough calculation, I want to say there's about 230 titles
Oh, we've counted how many
Sitting-
games he has.
sitting in this side over here.
He has over 1,000 games.
Is that gonna be shitty whenever I get like the Xbox One and stuff? I'll be like, oh look, none of you work.
Yeah, he's got more than 1,000 games, including Steam.
Oh, I don't have 1,000 games of Steam.
You're
All
probably-
together, we're talking Riccio.
I'm sure you're pushing to
together.
at least 200 or so on Steam as well.
Oh, he's
Right?
got like close to 600 on Steam.
You can check right now. Yeah, I'm sure there's like how many? What's the number?
Don't read it.
Read it. Fucking read it out loud.
He's at
Don't.
515.
A lot of
games.
people gift a lot of stuff that we use for dry runs and a lot of stuff for my stream
515
though. A lot of the I haven't paid for
If
most.
you
well,
guys
not
want
most
to
of them, but
start
a lot of them.
gifting it to Dan or
No.
myself, Riccio does not appreciate these.
No,
gifts
I
we
do
shout.
appreciate them. I do try
And we
them.
will
I do play
also
them.
pass
He's
them out to
embarrassed of
Kumar.
them. He doesn't want to know that he has them.
No.
He's embarrassed. You
It's
don't
just the
want
number seems really
Kumar.
huge. The number seems really huge, but if you think I've been on Steam for a very,
You know
very,
what
very
actually
long time.
really inflates that?
What?
The humble bundles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
Because there's like 8 or 9 games in each of those.
That's true.
Yeah.
And there's been like 20 of them.
But if you want to donate them to Dan or myself or Kumar, don't give them to Riccio.
Moving on in the comments, we got Alchemy Reborn.
Just like, don't listen to any of that.
We got Alchemy Reborn saying, "Hi guys, just a few questions for you this week. What games are you most excited for that you've seen at the conferences? What did you expect to see when? What did you expect to see that hasn't been shown? Also, what games didn't excite you at all? Just to kind of before I forget on the last part, what did we expect that wasn't shown? Last Guardian, still missing.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, I
always
forgot about
strange.
that.
It's weird.
don't care.
Apparently, it's been put on a hiatus officially, but
I'm with
Prey
Dan. I
2.
stopped
There was
caring a
something
little
I
while
saw
Prey
about
2, yeah.
that where they changed the statement that it wasn't actually on hiatus or something. I don't
Oh.
know. I didn't read the article. I just saw
back.
it.
Prey
It's a
2.
whole mess.
there's no
is
word
what
on
that
it.
is. Yeah,
Also,
it's a whole
Agent
mess.
is still missing.
Yeah, Prey 2 though. Yeah.
Devin said, "Yeah, Prey 2."
I don't know. They showed Star Wars Battlefront, so
You're good.
Word 1313. But what are we most excited for? Honestly,
Watch Dogs.
Watch
Yeah,
Dogs maybe.
Watch Dogs.
I think
I
Division.
kind of really want Forza 5 for some stupid.
I'm not.
I'm
Gonna,
actually really into cards reason, but
Drive Club.
don't worry
I'm
about it.
really actually really excited for Titanfall and BF4. Just I'm in the beta. I'm gonna be in the beta for BF4 because I bought Warfighter.
Yeah.
So that will
Yeah.
probably
I'm sorry for conning you into that. I hope the beta's gonna be
such
good.
an asshole.
It was good. Where I had gotten in that game was like really good. Little did I know
He
the
gets
next
to
level
shoot-
was
he
gonna go
gets to
downhill.
shoot down that big building in that map.
Yeah.
$60 worth it.
Done.
Yeah. No. Honestly, I play
Yeah.
that beta. I get my 3 weeks of beta time out of it. That Warfighter game was okay, but not the greatest. Whatever. I'm done.
Yeah.
Origin bye.
Yeah.
Like close my account.
So Division is something I'm excited for. Destiny for sure. Titanfall for sure. I'm with you on that one, Devin. And
Yeah.
I know there's more than that. I
Destiny-
know there's a lot of Mirror's Edge fucking too.
Yeah, Mirror's Edge fucking 2.
I think I want to agree with you for the most part. I want to say Watch Dogs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm actually interested in seeing more Killzone Mercenary. So on the Vita, again, I'm a little bit biased here with the Vita stuff.
Yep.
But that and what are you doing, Richard?
Trying to be silent.
Okay. And for me, I'm kind of a little bit surprised that they didn't show off more of some of the bigger indie stuff. And what I mean by that is like the arcadey kind of stuff, like not necessarily like a big indie developer, but something like the four of us spoke about this earlier, but Spelunky on all the handhelds. You know, people like what's his name, Edmund McMillan.
Yeah.
For Binding of Isaac. That guy, like, I'm surprised that some of these guys don't end up having more of a presence at some of these big shows.
So you want to see more like smaller games?
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool to see some of that stuff.
Do you want to see a smaller game like Below for the Xbox One?
The hell
That's a
is that?
small game.
What the hell is that?
That was a game from Super Brothers. And what's the dude who did the music again? Jim
Guthrie.
Guthrie. Very small looking. It's super zoomed out and you're like a pixel dude moving. But it's like co-op or something. Forgot to mention that.
Sounds random.
Below looks cool.
Xbox exclusive.
Quantum Break is another one that I'm excited for, I guess.
It'll be interesting.
Witcher 3, I guess, but that's just a given.
Just go listen to Max Payne talk about it.
Actually, I'm
Man,
also
I fucking love that he was doing the interviews for it.
I'm
And
actually
then
kind
you
of
realize
surprised
that he doesn't sound like Max Payne at all, and
No.
you're like, this is kind of weird.
Yeah.
when I saw the Santa Monica logo, I'm surprised that they didn't actually have another God of War title handheld.
I'm kind of glad that they
Well, that's
didn't.
like they went Santa
I'm too.
Monica,
Part
Ready
of
at
me is-
Dawn, and it was like, oh,
Yeah.
here we go. And it's some fucking.
I would have loved to have seen like a proper iteration on the Vita because Ascension just came out. It would have been kind of cool to see some sort of
tie-in with
I
a
don't know,
Vita
yes.
But
handheld.
something.
would you have wanted like Ascension 2
No.
for Vita?
And that's why I'm a little bit torn. Where I'm like, you know what? Ascension came out this year. The reason they're not rehashing something is because they don't want to overkill.
What if
their
they
own-
just put Ascension on the Vita though?
That would have been kind of cool.
Now, what if I told you this? What if they showed a God of War and then you have, it's not Kratos, but it looks kind of like Kratos, and you're running
no.
out and you're going to go fight somebody. And then you fight it, and then you turn around. And no, you don't turn around. You don't turn around. You're still looking forward.
Okay.
And then a sword just juts through your chest. And then you're just like, oh, fuck. And then camera pulls out Watchdog style. And there's just millions of Kratoses just kind of like running around, taking over the world. And then it's just like, Gods of War.
I do
It's
not,
like,
I do not want to play a Lemmings game.
Rise 2.
Actually, you know what the game I'm most excited for would have to be the Ghost Detective. Ronin.
Ghost-
Oh, you
Oh.
mean Murdered Soul Suspect?
Sorry, yes, Murdered Soul Suspect by Capcom. Looks good. Actually, did a lot of research on that after. No, it's a detective game where you play as a murdered detective, and the opening cutscene is you getting murdered.
oh my God. Oh, yeah.
So I watched that
making that?
cutscene. Fuck.
Is it Capcom?
Capcom's publishing it. I'm not sure if it's developed in-house by Capcom as well. It might be.
What's the dude's name again? Yeah.
Ronin.
O'Connor?
Ronan O'Connor.
Yeah,
Ronin,
Ronin
yeah.
O'Connor, which would be a much better game title than whatever the hell it is, Dan.
Murdered Soul Suspect.
There we go. Perfect.
Ronan O'Connor would be for like a different game. That'd be like some weird modern samurai game.
Ronin O'Connor. Scottish Samurai?
Um,
Yo, I play the shit out of that game.
Yeah, right.
Anywho,
Yeah.
I haven't actually been paying attention to the chat for the questions here. Oh, I may have missed
I don't
some.
think there has been anything.
No?
No, I've been keeping an eye on it.
There's
Cool.
still
We've got one more from Shinrock Ove 13.
It's Sin Ragnarok
Sin,
of 13.
Sin Ragnarok? I can't
Just
fucking
butchered the name so
see. I don't have my fucking glasses. There we go.
Okay.
And my screen was like dimmed as well, and I don't have my glasses on.
It's okay.
It's like
it was
11:30 at night.
solid attempt.
I haven't been up since fucking 4 in the morning.
Go on. Sin Ragnarok, what does he say?
Sin Ragnarok of 13. Arg.
Sorry.
I finally caught up on the podcast. I was behind like 3 weeks, almost 4. Anyways, here's my question. What company, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, has sold you on getting their console and playing their games? Also, Titanfall looks amazing.
I would already
PS4.
Sony.
Yeah, Sony.
PS4.
We're sure you don't care because you're buying all of them.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Slut.
I would lean Sony though. I would lean for Sloney. Oh, Sloney.
You even want to call yourself a slut.
Oh God, Sloney, you're so good.
Sloney all over his body.
Oh my god.
Bringing
You're
it
the
back around for the end of this
Sloney one for
podcast,
me.
huh?
So I just
Hey, Sloney, you're the Sloney one for me. I'm just gonna
Whole episode 69 business is getting.
slown it right in your face. All right.
I want to say thank you guys for tuning into this podcast. I also want to plug something really quickly. We have Swede 2, I believe it's Swede 2. God, please let it be Swede 2. Is writing for Unity Gaming on our website. He's doing a bi-weekly blog thing talking about how he can see music in color. So I'd like you guys to go over and check that out. Maybe post some comments. It's a pretty interesting article.
We should also point out that Sompy is not bullshitting you. He's that serious about this.
Yeah, like it's a pretty fucking wicked sweet article.
You guys can only tune in to read it every 24 hours. You have to keep checking in, or else we won't let you.
Exactly.
Read it.
As well as to the
Our website is always online.
yes, as well as like, to the couple of people who read my blog, my daily dose of Devin. Sorry, I kind of missed these past 2 days. Deal with it.
Liar.
Blasphemy.
Daily.
I'll write
Absolute
it tomorrow.
blasphemy.
You want to know, Kumar? Where's your fucking blog?
Where's the bi-daily?
I
Bi-daily.
never said I was gonna write one daily.
Bitch, shut up. I love you.
That got really weird. We all got quiet after that. Yeah, I guess thanks for listening and watching, everybody. If you guys are listening on iTunes, don't forget to subscribe and leave reviews. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to check out our other videos, as well as if you want to take us on the go, check out the iTunes version. If you want us to see your questions, leave comments on the YouTube version. That's normally where we check. You can also, I guess, send it to our Twitter, which I did not check, but we did not get any. Tweet. So yeah, to everyone who's watching, listening, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys had a great E3 kind of week. If you guys have stuff that you guys are excited for, please let us know in the comments below the YouTube video, whether it's what conference you enjoyed, what console you're going to be getting, what launch titles you want, or what games you're looking for systems you have.
Your favorite color.
Your color. We'd like to know your color favorite.
Whoa.
And
Settle down.
as always, everyone, y'all have been fantastic.
Oh,
Have a
in
smooth-
keeping with the I guess the what do I want to call this? The flavor of episode 69.
Yeah.
Let us know if you have a type. You dig?
Do you have a type?
If you have a type.
So
you like brunettes, blondes?
oh,
Do you like Kumar?
Animals?
do you like humor?
I can pimp him out to you.
Sompy thinks he's the pimp, but really it's myself who pimps him out.
You know what
I
kind,
didn't want to say anything, but you pay well.
you know what kind of girl I like?
Riccio.
One with two sticks,
And a
like
beard.
good buttons,
You probably find them in
and
Thailand.
a
Deep
nice
voice.
and a nice screen in the middle of it. Oh God, I actually like that. No, so dusty. Okay. Anyway,
You got tongue mark across the screen on the Wii. This kid's so dirty. Kid's so dirty.
Thank you guys for tuning in to episode 69. I have been Sompy.
that's a lie.
I've been Dan.
I've been Riccio.
And I'm still Kumar.
Bet.
Take care, guys. Thanks for listening.
Y'all been awesome.
Peace.